to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a Ring Walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny.
Daniel.
Bo and Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All these beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the Hot 9-7 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling up. Chicago, we in here.
Bang, bang.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nesta Gibbs, and we're going to be discussing the weekend recap. A lot of boxing took place. A lot of fights happened this week, and we're going to be discussing all of those fights. Obviously, the biggest fights first and things like that. Feel free to call in via Discord. You could call in on your landline using the number 1425-569-5241. We're also live and popping on Twitter Spaces for anybody that wants to join us on Twitter Spaces to rock and roll. Let's get right into it, man. What a weekend we had. I don't know that it's a great thing for us boxing fans to be bouncing around from one network to the next or one app to the next. We might have missed some things. We might have been able to see everything. Who knows? But I'm sure no one missed Terence Crawford's knockout. We had Canna from Nebraska on hand in the building, getting content and watching the fight, in person. Wow. Okay. What'd I do there? Yo, while we were in studio covering that fight and others, I'll pat myself on the back probably, today and maybe the next 4 days. I gave you a super underdog again. And don't get spoiled, honestly. I'm not saying this as like sarcastically or trying to show off. Honestly, though, don't be spoiled. We're getting extremely lucky. I've never seen this many. I'm getting it right week after week. Let's just be real. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. I hope you guys have been taking advantage. I mean, we got Andre Durrell right. We got Brian Mendoza right. I don't even know what we got right last week, but we definitely got something. And then this week again, Luis Alberto Lopez. And we'll start there. Obviously, that was the earliest fight on the card, or earliest fight of Saturday night, or Saturday rather. And he got the decision. Now, I'll be honest, I was watching it live, and I wasn't sure that Lewis deserved the decision. I felt Warrington won. On my scorecard, I scored for Warrington. I was, I definitely scored it for Warrington. I'll just leave it at that. And, this is boxing. It's pretty unfortunate. I get to benefit from poor scoring, and so does my community because that was my underdog pick. But I'm the only one that's seen it that way, right? Like, as I was scoring it live, people had my score the opposite way. You guys really appreciated what Luis Alberto Lopez was doing, where I really appreciated the high guard of Warrington and, the counterpunching. I don't know. He was just more defensive for me. Alberto Lopez was very non-traditional. Mechanically, he was not technically sound. All his punches were like bolo punches, slapping punches, punches that I felt that, again, Warrington was catching on the guard and should have been getting defensive credit for. Somehow, they seen Lopez winning, so I'm not mad. Again, if you watch the live fight chat with me, I definitely thought Warrington was winning. Brandon Williams, so you can laugh all you want. I have already said that. But again, I benefit from scoring being subjective and you liking what you like. People sometimes like what Luis Lopez did. What did he do? He made the fight. He was the come forward aggressor. He was more active than Warrington. He threw more punches. So these are reasons why he could have gotten the win. So yeah, man, if you're interested, go ahead and call the number 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time and give me your opinion on Warrington and Lopez. How did you see it? And what are your thoughts on that fight? Did you think the scoring was good? Were you in agreement with the decision of Lopez getting the win in enemy territory all the way out there in Leeds? He got it done. Once again, like Mauricio Lara did. So, let me know what you think on that fight. Yeah, and remember, we have the Discord open, so feel free to raise your hand if there's any particular fight and or news you want to discuss. Over in Omaha, Nebraska, obviously Terence Crawford had his big pay-per-view card on Black Prime, and the world was definitely tuned in to see what Black Prime was going to be looking like. And I won't front, man. I was not disappointed in the way the production looked. I really liked the way that the ring apron looked. The Black Prime logo stuck out. It popped very well. So I wasn't upset whatsoever. I think Crawford, did what he did what he was meant to do, got a stoppage, which is kind of like getting the A, man. For giving letter grades, you can't do better than getting the stoppage. That's sending a statement. Someone asked me, Ness, should Crawford's hashtag be man down? And they're probably right. The one that consistently gets these knockouts is Terence Crawford. Yes, Earl's been back doing his thing, and he got a stoppage over Ugas and broke his face. But, again, the consistent knockout fighter is Terence Bud Crawford. So over in Omaha, Nebraska, we got Steven Nelson picks up a win. I think his name is Bubakar. He got an upset loss. And obviously, Terence scores a 6-round knockout over David Avanesyan, like expected. I think anything less than, and people might have complained. I think people might have criticized. But he got the stoppage, man. And hopefully all roads lead to Terence Crawford versus Earl Spence Jr., and I say that because yesterday Earl dropped a new release on his website, promoted it on his social media platforms. And by new release, I mean a new release of his Earl Spence shirt where, he's the big fish and, he's knocking on Terence Crawford's door. It's the same shirt he made us buy a few months ago. Except it had other doors. So I guess all the months that went by, he had to, it took all those months to walk past the other doors, which he had already fought. And now it means that he's at Terence Crawford's door. I don't know. Look, it is what it is. Bob Arum taught us that marination is a part of boxing. I don't know if this could be considered over marination, but nonetheless, you know, they are building it up. As you can see, Ugas had the WBA. That strap is now on the back to the right shoulder of Earl Spence, the big fish animation here. And TC obviously stands for Terence Crawford. Many people asking, Ness, why don't say Terence, man? Say that man's name. And it's like, bruv, maybe if he puts Terence Crawford name, Terence going to want to cut. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is Earl's Twitter. As you can see, he's giving you the location in which to find the shirt, because obviously that shirt is for sale, and he's indicating that Terence Bud Crawford is next. Now, so is Crawford for that matter. He reiterated he's a free agent and he hopes that these fights can be made. Moving on, Adrian Broner was at the Terence Bud Crawford fight and announced his Ivan Redkach fight. And, you know, he had some things to say to PBC fighters, asking them to wake up, you know, gave an example of how if you are fighting and you haven't fought in 18 months and they tell you you're not going to fight in another 9 months, you should not be accepting that any longer. That is not okay, and don't fall for open promises or empty promises, I should say. And that's what Adrian Broner believes has been going over or been going on over on that PBC side. And, you know, he's been vocal. He's been vocal. He did an interview with Marcos Villegas of Fight Hub, and, you know, he made it clear that the money is real with Black Prime. I will say it is a good comeback fight for Adrian Broner to face Ivan Redkach. I think that's a decent fight. Common opponent with a few names like Regis and Danny Garcia. Broner still looks a little heavy. You know, I think they're saying that fight is in February. He definitely still has a stomach, so he's got to get to work. But I'm happy to see Adrian Broner back. He's always been a name. And if they can give him that HBO-like activity, maybe we can get a good second half of his career. Not necessarily sure. Probably something we're going to have to, you know, just let it play out. But it looks like we got our first request. General Camino on Twitter Spaces. If you want to join us, remember you can do so by calling in from your cell phone or landline 1425-569-5241. Press 1 1 time to voice your opinion right here. Voice of the People hotline. You can also join us on Discord and or on Twitter Spaces. Let me go to General Camino. What up? I do, but give me 1 second. I guess you're not connected. That's so strange because you guys have been hearing me. That must have been horrible audio quality for you guys on Twitter. Let me see here. That's crazy. But you should be connected in T-minus a couple seconds. Wait up. Boom. How about now? You there?
I'm good.
Yeah, you're perfect. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm here. Oh, no, you good. I mean, first of all, I want to say thank you. I mean, Ness, I mean, when it comes to the betting, boy, I mean, you got my kitty looking good. I mean, what was it, the Lopez fight? That was a close fight. I mean, I thought he was going to lose that, but the refs gave it to him in the UK. I mean, that was some crazy shit. I'm not going to hold you.
For real. That was. Honestly, I just said it. I didn't think he won, bro. I thought I really like what Warrington did. He was so defensively sound and just disciplined. He kept that high guard, those earmuffs. It was hard for Lopez to land. I don't know, but hey, we made money.
There it is. And the Beatrice fight was something
Yes,
else too. I
that
mean,
was
yeah,
last week.
you definitely called it. I mean, yo, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I made my money back plus more. You feel me? I gotta hit the cash app for you.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you, but that's good, man. That's good. Yo, just remember, we ain't always gonna win. That's what I just said. We getting lucky and y'all spoil you because it's been week after week, bro. We've been getting at least one or two underdogs.
I feel you. But yo, I'm telling you right now, bro. People need to put their faith in you, bro. You could pick them, bro. I'm telling you. 2 weeks in, you got my bread up. So I'm thankful, bro. I'm not even going to hold you. You feel me?
Appreciate you, man.
Well, hey, everybody, remember to retweet, like on YouTube, and yo, the best boxing podcast in the world, bro. TBV, let's go.
Appreciate it. Anybody that is on Twitter Spaces, go ahead and retweet the space so we get some more callers. But I also need 80 more subscribers, and we could go ahead and have a celebration, and we would have made it to 160,000 subscribers, and it would be amazing to do that right now live with you guys. So like I said, we can do a celebration, man. I mean, we've been working and grinding for years, and 160,000 is quite a milestone, and it would be great to do it today on the back of some decent fights this weekend. So it looks like we got our first super chat of the day. Shout out to Plainview, Texas, our good friend Supermex. Don't forget you can catch Supermex on Border Wars this season, February 25th next year. It's going down. He's back in the ring. And he says, speaking of AB, seeing what's going on with Tio really reminds me of Adrian Bona post-Maidana. I think Tio should rematch Kambosos and get rid of the ghosts. Yeah, man, Tio, it was weird, you know, watching the fight with Tio post-fight because, you know, they left his mic running and they caught him asking, you know, the Spanish interpreter, and I know he's more than that, so I'm sorry. And I know your name, and I'm forgetting it. So I just want to apologize. He works for Top Rank, you know, and he handles a lot of the Latino side, you know, Puerto Ricans and stuff like that, translations and so much more, like I said. That being said, Tio was caught having a conversation with this guy, and basically he asking him, like, do I still got it? You know what I mean? So he's questioning himself. He woke up this morning and posted something on his social media of him back in the gym the very next day, you know, doing core workout. And, man, the comments are pretty bad. People are like, you know, and mind you, he turned the comments off and people still quote commenting the tweet on Twitter. Just to comment on the video. Now, he didn't turn the comments off. Let me see. Oh, he took it down already? Uh-oh. Let me see. Oh, wow, yeah. Is it this? Oh, yeah, it is this. Okay. So he didn't turn the comments off on Instagram, but on Twitter, which is a lot more toxic, so I get him. He definitely turned it off, but you can still quote tweet. Now, this is the post in question, and it's just him, you know, doing his thing in the gym, working out, some core, and it's more about the music. I guess the music sends its own message. I'll try and play a little bit.
Back, I just seen Tenet.
Yeah, that ain't the music. I guess he put Migos on this one. All right. So on Twitter, it was more like an old school, you know, Sunday. Man, I'm going to have to go to Twitter to find the right music because this is funny. He got Migos on Instagram and then a whole nother, like, I don't know. And it's a different caption. He got War to Come. Okay, all right. So now I'm gonna have to go check his Twitter for real. This is funny because I thought for whatever reason it was the same post. But I guess he chose different captions, different songs. Not that it means much. Probably some subliminal shit, as he is definitely going through something. He wasn't himself, and Sandor was robbed of a knockdown without a doubt. That was a knockdown the second time around. Boxing continues to just it lets us down. It disappoints us, the hardcore boxing fans, so much because every time we want to invite someone to watch it, some bullshit goes down like this. This guy Sandor goes in there and fights the fight of his life. He baits Tio in and counterpunches him basically to death and still doesn't get the win, even with 2 knockdowns. They rob him of 1. I don't know. Was the fight tight? Maybe. Should we still be going through this in boxing? Absolutely not. Not when we have instant replay. The fact that it's, do you want to use it? Does this commission have it? I mean, it's just, boxing needs to smack itself for real. Like yesterday, we should have instant replay immediately. I don't care about waiting until the next round and in between rounds and, you giving them a time to rest. Fuck all that. Let that man rest if it means I'm not going to get the points for my knockdown. Let that man rest if it means we just going to ignore that, keep fighting, and wait till later and maybe not even use instant replay. No. Sandor deserves that knockdown. It's unfair what happened to him. And it just keeps happening in this sport. Boxing is so subjective that it's almost impossible to tell a referee or a judge that they are cheating because it's what they like, the same way that it's what I like. I love a boxer. So boxer versus puncher, I'm looking at what the boxer's doing because he got more tools than the thugging puncher or the blunt force. So I will score for the boxer. I like pivots. When Tank was fighting Pitbull Cruz, I was impressed. When Devin fought Kambosos that first fight, did all them damn pivots, I was impressed. So, scoring is subjective. Is what you like. But I think that universally we seen Sandor upset Tio. Crazy, man. Crazy because, this guy's got 2 losses already. This will be his 3rd. He took the fight on 3 weeks' notice. He did everything asked of him and didn't get that decision. And then Tio gets caught questioning himself, so he knows that his performance was less than. And the post-fight was worse. And Bob is just as bad. He's to blame, too, because he's out here repeating Tio like a parrot, talking about Sandor was running. When the fuck was Sandor running? And if he's running, cut the ring off. It is a box. They acting like there's no ropes. And Sandor could run out the ring and turn into Forrest Gump. Shame on you. You're the fighter. Learn how to cut the ring off. Where the fuck is your jab? The takeover? You mean the start over with the fucking jab? What's wrong with you, bro? My man had 0 jab. He literally rather be a caveman and use his left hand to pull down. He literally was hammer fisting down Sandor's hand. Bro, get a fucking clue. Go get a new referee. New trainer. It's time. It's time. Go to Robert Garcia, man. You need that. That'll be a relocation, bro. And he got played yesterday. I'm sorry. I don't know why they trying to act like shit is cool with him and his girl. They know that shit is not. She literally did not let the man grab his own son and bring him in the ring live on camera. Shame, embarrassment. They need to go have a conversation. That could never be me. Don't you act like that while the cameras is on. You know what the fuck you doing here, and you know why your son is here. My son is here for when I win to celebrate with me. I'm halfway leaning out the ropes. He about to flip the fuck over the rope, reaching to grab his son, and she like, nope, nope. Bruh, and then every time the camera, she would put her hand up like, stop. Like, why is you even out if you antisocial? I don't understand. Listen, man, he need to, like I said, it ain't no fucking takeover. It is the start over. The start over. He got to go start completely over. Get this delusion out your head. Keep thinking he's this great and, you know, everybody's against him. No, start over. You out here looking bad. For real. That shit didn't look good, but hey, I said my piece. It is what it is. Sandor deserves more than what he got. We got a bunch of callers on Blog Talk, so we're going to go ahead and go out to those. Don't want to leave anybody waiting. I know Sunday is fun day, and you got a few minutes to give your take. I said some of what I got to say. We still got some other points to touch on, but we're going to King Amin in Essex. What up?
Yo, great breakdown, man. And I'm going to just get right to it because I've been saying this for weeks leading up, trying not to pile up on T.O. He looked lost out there, even his fighting style. No identity. No identity. It wasn't the same T.O. that was, you know what I'm saying, setting up the power shots and cutting the ring off. He was chasing Sandor Martin, getting check hooked all night long. Check hook, check hook, check hook. And, you know, it's unfortunate that Sandor got robbed like that, and we have no recourse for this. Like, we got no recourse. Sandor can't do nothing except stand on the fact that everybody watched that fight and saw, a lost T.O. and a game Sandor Martin, and man, it's very disappointing. Now, besides just the boxing part, that part outside of the ring, and it's foul because, why does, sometimes you too much show and he said that right at the press conference. He's in the entertainment business. Well, boy, did he put himself out there for entertainment, man, and it's not the kind of entertainment I want to see. So he needs to take some time off and just kind of just chill. Boxing will be there, man, but I feel like this is like, you see somebody out there and you just dragging him along, but maybe this is what he needed. Maybe he needs this moment to kind of figure out life. Let me talk about some other things real quick, because that referee and the O'Connell-Bridges matchup, I don't know if that was Shannon O'Connell's uncle, but he was trying to cheat for her, yo. He was giving her mad breaks, yo. And I know Bridges ain't got the best form, but when she was bringing her pressure, a referee doesn't need to be impeding with the momentum of fighters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Hank Lundy and Shenard Bunch. And yeah, man, this was a great weekend. And let me just say this.
How'd that fight go? How'd the Shenard Bunch? How'd that fight go? I didn't get to see that Bunch and Hank Lundy. Did Lundy do good or did he lay down?
Yo, listen, not only did Lundy not lay down, he went down in the third or fourth round. Then he put Bunch down in the seventh or eighth.
Wow.
Right? Bunch got back up. Now, when he put Bunch down, a fight broke out in the audience. A couple, three skirmishes broke out. You know what I'm saying? They hauled the action for a minute. They halted it, and then they resumed it. And listen, Bunch is a young, tough dude, but Lundy's a veteran. Lundy, like after Lundy got knocked down, pardon the expression, but he was lubricated. Like he was ready to go, and he got real slick and wound up landing flush on Bunch and put him down. It was a great fight. Like Lundy lost, but he won because coming in as an opponent, he was not the opponent. Like he did his thing that night, man. It was a pretty sneaky good week, man. Sneaky good.
Word. Well, shout out, man. Anything else you got?
Hold up, man.
You sure? Did you talk about Jared?
No, I feel like. Oh yeah, and I was wrong, wasn't I?
Yeah, you thought that he wouldn't get the stoppage.
What that means to me is, and not that I ever questioned Jared Anderson, I just felt like, he maybe needed to fight somebody that was going to put up some resistance. And what you finding is He's got natural power. The shot that he hit Forrest with, right at the top of the head, just disconnected him. And Jerry Forrest, you know what I'm saying, is a respectable, tough fighter. That shit disconnected him, man. So, and listen, the names he mentioned is guys that I think if he land that power or he can get him out of there, but he didn't mention one name. He didn't mention Fab Morley. I think he can hurt Daniel Dubois.
Yeah, but why would he mention Fabio Wardley? Like, who in America knows Wardley besides us hardcores? Like, that ain't the name to mention. I like Wardley a lot. I like him a lot. Like, he could fight, you know. His last fight with
exciting win off of Gorman.
Yeah, no, that fight with Gorman, even the Molina fight, like, he been stepping up. He don't got the experience in terms of amateur background that Jared has. So I like Wardley a lot, but he does nothing for Jared. No one knows him over here. It's a complete waste. That's just us hardcores. We know how good Wardley's been looking, so we want to put him in there with Jared, but his handlers won't allow it. Wardley is good, but Jared is a different pedigree. And yes, he got touched, so he's going to get more call-outs. He looked a little bit vulnerable because he got hit with that left a lot. But they selling it as he's told us he needs to be hit so he could turn on the killer.
Well, what's next for him, though? Because it's a lot
I like
of heavyweight
Dubois.
prospects, but the belt is
I like
Dubois.
Dubois, and not because Dubois is any more known in America. I'm not trying to say, oh, you're wrong and Dubois is more popular than Wardley. No, he just simply has a belt, and this perception is key. Now my heavyweight looks like he's a champion. If he beats Dubois, he has that belt, and sooner or later, he's mandatory, or we can push with Gilberto to make him mandatory and consolidate the regular with the super and, get him in there with one of the bigger names. But right now, we could put a belt on him and sell him.
I like Dubois in that fight, too. I'm not picking him. Don't come after me, people, but I like Dubois in that fight. I think that's a very good fight. It's ready.
So
yeah,
I'm about
man.
to make a poll, and
Yeah.
I know you want to go. You don't want to be greedy with the time, but might as well get you to answer it live. What option should Tio take next? Soft touch?
Oh, my God.
Another top 10 contender? 140-pound champ? Or
Now, can you put this one for me, please? Skipper? Family court.
okay. I can't put that. We only get 4 options, but they've definitely heard your choice.
Yo, family court. Yo, that woman is foul, B.
It's crazy. It's crazy that everybody's seen that too. You know how hard it is going to be to deal with that mentally? Like, you know how many calls and texts he got to be getting from his own family for the way she was acting live on TV? That shit is crazy, bro. That's not right.
Pobrecito.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man,
Yeah,
thank you
man.
for calling in. I mean, the phone lines is lit up. Don't nobody get desperate. We ain't going nowhere, and we going to make sure to get to everybody who's out here rocking out with us, whether you're on the landline or you're calling in on your cell phone, you joined us on our Discord, or whether you were on Twitter. Speaking of, we going to Big Boss Nano. What up? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. And I need about 80 more people to subscribe so we can get to that next goal of 160,000 live. And we can just, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and celebrate. You know what I mean? Take a shot with me, even though I'm drinking coffee. Nano, what up? The boss. Big Boss Nano, going once. Yeah, we don't hear you, champ. All right, we going out to, let's see who's rocking with us on Discord. I got the People's Champ Cincinnati. What is up? Talk to me. Remember, you could call in 1-425-569-5241 using your cell phone or your house phone, whatever the case may be. Jordan Baker celebrating the champ level for 23 months. He's 1 month short of 2 years being a champ right here on YouTube Members with TBV. And he's just sending 3 fire emojis. What up, Brandon? Talk to me. Brandon, what up? All right.
Yo, my boy, can you
I
hear
hear
me?
you. I hear you.
Yeah, what's going on, my guy? As far as Bud, I ain't gonna spend too much time on that because I expected Bud to do what he did. Like I said in my call before the fight, Avanesyan brings nothing to the table that Bud hasn't seen. I said Bud would dispatch of him in 7 rounds. My boy did it a round earlier and I got him out of there in 6. Showed a little ring rust, but hey, you know what's to be expected. He's been out of the ring for 13 months. Fought flat-footed because he knew Avanesyan couldn't hurt him, so he just stood there and traded with him. Caught most of Avanesyan's punches on his gloves and looked like he was just in a glorified sparring match, to be honest. Bud's special, man. I mean, the power is real. The skills are real. Only person can beat Bud is Bud at this point, man. Your best bet is for Bud to get old or just stop taking, the gym serious. I don't think he's going to ever stop taking the gym serious. So the guy's looking like an indestructible force at this point. Teofimo, hot garbage. All he does is lunge forward, throw a big shot here and there. He's always off balance. I don't even though I don't think the first knockdown was a real knockdown. It was more so him being off balance. There's no reason for him to be off balance. Like you said earlier, I agree with everything you said. He has no jab. He doesn't set up shots well. He just lunges forward with a big shot. And Sandor just boxed well off the back foot.
Hey.
Only reason.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You remember that we had that show where Tank, we was using, the, what was it? Chicken Talks interview with Tank, and everybody thought it was fake, right? Even you said, yo, the interviewer just came on and said it was fake. The Tank was just playing, right?
Right.
Tank,
what about it?
Tank tweeted yesterday, somebody hit him up like, yo, you still think you can hang with Bud after that? And he like, man, that was a spawn part. Get the fuck out of here.
I seen that.
Yeah, I thought he was playing, though. Why would he still have that energy, though? Keep it real with me, man.
Because he's young and full of vigor.
My man 28 years old.
That's my little youngin', man.
He 28.
That's my little youngin'.
He 28, ain't no fucking youngin'. He about to be 30, a grown-ass man with kids and houses and mortgages.
That's my little youngin'. Don't gas my little youngin' up to get in there and get murdered, man. We need Tank.
I know what it is.
Tank is the...
I know what you're doing. And I ain't gonna say it, but we starting to see
That's my little youngin', man. I don't want Tank to get hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He cannot fuck
Did
with
Avanesyan, Did Avanesyan not land punches yesterday?
And fucking Bud ate them shit.
What you said? Bud fought flat-footed because he knew what? Say that for us again.
Avanesyan couldn't hurt him.
Oh, I.
He was in there.
Oh, I.
I'm telling you, man. Let me get to my dog.
Tank coming.
But like I was saying, T.O., not it. Only thing Sandor did was not engage him. If he would have engaged just a little bit more instead of just looking for the check left counters and shit, he would have probably won the fight. But when you the B side, it's hard to get the decision fighting the way.
But bro, he got 2 knockdowns. He's supposed to win the fight. They literally robbed him for a knockdown.
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying when you the B side, it's hard to get that decision. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying he didn't win, but it's hard when you the B side fighting on the back foot. It's gonna be hard to get the decision. And as far as Jared Anderson, I apologize to my other little youngin'. I was saying he probably wouldn't get the knockout. Not only did he get the knockout, he got the stoppage in 2 rounds. Man, listen. American heavyweight boxing is where it needs to be with Jared Anderson. This guy's punch selection is on point. He's got speed. He's got power. How many heavyweights you can know can throw 100 style, swag, drip?
Bro, my man literally diddy bop the whole way to the ring. On beat.
Man. How many heavyweights you know can throw 130 punches around in 1 round
and not get tired the next one?
And not get tired the next one.
It was
this
crazy.
Dude is what we've been missing.
But
He's
there
the
is some
future.
vulnerability there. Come on. He got hit with a lot
I
of
don't give a
lefts.
fuck about no vulnerability, man. Look at your favorite heavyweight. Your favorite heavyweight was not fighting this caliber of fighter in their 12th or 13th. Well, maybe AJ, but most heavyweights weren't fighting this caliber of fighter this early in their career. Jared Anderson is the future of American heavyweight boxing. Get behind him now. The kid is special. He's better than Wilder. He's better than Fury. He's better than AJ. He has everything you want. Yeah, he's gonna get hit. It's
Better than
boxing. Who the
Fury?
fuck don't get hit?
Better than Fury?
Champ, you heard what he said.
What you basing
after
it
I
off?
sparred Fury. He said it. After I sparred Fury, I knew I was one of the best in the world. Since we always interpreting little subliminal that niggas say.
Yeah,
in
but
sparring,
this my
y'all
thing.
believe it when
Hold
Tank
on.
said.
No, but and that's what I
Y'all
was
believe it when Tank said.
see, but that's what I was about to say because like you and I specifically when we did the Tank Buzz show and how Tank said he'll knock him out because his chin ain't there, and I was using Porter sparring as my facts. You like, man, sparring. Now all of a sudden you high on Jared and he say he sparred Fury and it's over.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
fuck it, I'm a hypocrite.
No,
I'm
okay.
a hypocrite. Fuck it.
No,
Fuck it.
it's all good. Listen, I went to see him train. I knew when I seen him do like 24 rounds with weights on his ankles. I've only ever seen like little dudes do that, like under 140, maybe 147. And not often. I got 12 years damn near going to boxing gyms. Not often. Fury's the only other dude I ever seen train with weights that's a heavyweight, not named Jared. So I knew he was special. Then he did 120 double jump ropes straight while talking. So the stamina, the stamina's going to be there. Like, that's why he could throw 100 and something punches in one round.
Yes, this ain't Seth Mitchell. This ain't Wilder. This ain't Calvin Brock. What I mean, these ain't guys that waited till they was 19, 20.
Yeah.
Former football players. This kid has been in the gym since he was 8. He is the truth. My little youngin is the best heavyweight in the game. I'm stamping him. And as far as AB, I
So
love
what's
you to death. You
next?
from
What's
the crib.
next though? Because we talked
what's
about.
next?
Yeah, we talked.
Ooh,
I mentioned
I got it.
Fabio.
I got it for you.
What?
The winner of Big Shot Shaw and Guido Villanella.
Okay.
Let him fight the winner of that.
Damn,
That's a good fight for
That's
him.
a good ass fight. But you know what's funny? I thought the Big Shot Shaw was fighting a Jogba.
Now he fighting Vito. Jogba fighting the Bridgerweight champ. What's the kid name? The Bridgerweight champ? Rivas. He fighting Rivas.
I'd rather that fight.
February or some shit?
I'd rather that fight. Guido and Shaw, they not on Jared's.
Big baby 240. He can't make Bridgerweight. That's fucking nigga 240.
Well, I mean, a Jogba's not gonna make Bridgerweight. That fight's gonna be a heavyweight, bro. There's no way.
Nah, they fight for the Bridgerweight belt.
Nah, there's no way. I'm gonna Google it.
They are.
No, I hear you. I'm not debating. I'm in my mind. Like, I'm just saying. I've met a Jogba. I literally was just with him, and I don't think he can make Bridgerweight. But I'm about to check. I think Bridgerweight's what, 224?
Yeah, 225 and under. 200 to 225, I should say. I'm going to let you go, man.
For sure.
As rest, AB, welcome back, AB. Shout out to BLK. Only thing was fucked up was the lighting. Tevin, former Mickey Bay. That shit going to be lit. TVV, I love y'all, man. I'm out.
He weighed 232 in his last fight, 237 before that, 239 before that, 242, 242, 237, 242, 241, 241, 35, 38, 36. Lowest was 233, and that was 2017. Let me just make sure. Bridger, wait. While I go to this next caller, and give me 1 second so I can address you by name. My friend in the 626, I think that's Cali. I'm going to go to C-Dub, True Roll Tide, and 626. You are next because I'd rather address you by name, champ. C-Dub, what up? C-Dub, going once. I don't see no mic action. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, 626, you up? Let me just pull you up. Who this? I need a bigger monitor over there, bruv. Oh, let me zoom this. Oh, that don't work. All right, so I gotta get a different trackpad for that, man. Not used to them whack mouses. All right, that looks to be Big Drew. It is. Big Drew, what's up? I hope you are having a good day, man. You usually be pretty violent.
Nah, it's all good, bro. You took the words right out of my mouth, man. I was gonna talk about Tio, man. Yo, I know it's been out there for a while, but he needs a new trainer, man. His dad took him as far as he could go, but if you ask me, he needs a Teddy Atlas in there. You know, somebody that could give him proper instructions, but also be that rah rant guy, you know, to rally the troops. But yeah, I wanted to talk about too that baby mama drama, especially at the end. Oh my God, man, she didn't even move when he asked for his kid. I couldn't believe it. If that was my lady, man, we're gonna have some words backstage. I don't condone domestic violence or act, you know, but my God, man, that was brutal. That was more embarrassing to watch than the 2 knockdowns he suffered. That other caller with Jared Anderson. Yo, man, I'm not as hyped as he is, you know, offensively, sure, but he needs to work on that defense, man. There was a ton of vulnerabilities right there. He was getting popped with the jet. And to think that he's better than Tyson Fury right now, come on, man. Tyson Fury would finish this guy, man. But I think Daniel Dubois would be a good match, you know, to move up. I think he needs that stiffer competition, but he's got to work on defense, just Jared Anderson, if he wants to win those wars. Because he's going to come across somebody just as good offensively as himself. And, you know, defense is going to win those wars, not just rock'em sock'em robots. But that's my call. Thank you, TBV. Look forward to the next one.
Drew, I want to apologize. I think I confused you for someone else. Like, we definitely had a violent Drew from LA, but that doesn't sound like you. But appreciate you calling in. We going out too. Let me see if C-Dub is back. No. Big Gucci Nick, what up? Big Gucci. What up? What up?
Yo, shout out TBV. Everybody smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. You know what it is, man. What a great night of boxing. I did not watch the Terence Crawford fight, but I did watch the highlights. Like, I didn't want to buy it, but I did tune in to the ESPN fight with Teofimo. Man, I was upset. I didn't feel like it was a robbery, but I felt that Sandor did enough to get that victory. But I was upset, man. I had Sandor Martin and Luis Alberto Lopez on a 2-fight parlay for a plus 1088, and it was going to pay off $271, man, just $27. I was like on the edge of my seat, man, but I really thought he won when Sandor was celebrating, but man, that was so upsetting when they gave Tio to win. But I mean, whatever. That, you know, they didn't want to fumble the bag, you know, so they got to give Tio to win. You know how it works around here. But yeah, man, what you think about Terence Crawford and Avanesyan, man?
I mean, you know, it was what it was, man. It was a stay busy, get the rust off fight, and I think he did what he did. He did his part by continuing to sell the event with Earl by getting an emphatic knockout, bro. At the end of the day, he got a good statement-making knockout.
I hear you, Ness. Hey, what do you think about the pay-per-view buys, man? How much do you think they did? And when do you think we're going to get those numbers?
I don't think we get those numbers. Remember, this is a brand new app. When DAZN was brand new, they didn't release shit. And you couldn't get nothing leaked because, you know, they're not, what is it called, open? So, like, they're not selling stock. So that information is still private. I'm assuming that they're going to be, you know, tight to the chest with the information the way DAZN was in the very beginning. But I just want to confirm I was right Ajagba is fighting Rivas at heavyweight, not Bridgerweight. My producer sent me obviously the facts on that.
Gotcha. Yeah, man, that was a great heavyweight fight too with Jared Anderson. But to be honest, I think Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder right now beat Jared Anderson until I see Jared Anderson fight maybe like Hergrovich or maybe like a
Hergovich.
Zhang or like a Zhang. I would love to see him fight Zhang to see that would be a
That's
perfect
a good ass fight.
comparison.
That's
Yeah,
a good ass
we
fight
could be
because
able to.
Zhang looks durable. Even though Zhang had a tough time with Jerry Forrest, I still think Zhang is durable.
But and listen, and that's a perfect fight, to compare him how he would do to Fury. Because listen, Zhang is a big motherfucker too. Like he is so like comparable to Tyson Fury's build. Like those are just two big ass motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to see what he could do with a guy that big and a guy that could punch and is so technical and is also a southpaw, man. Like Zhang is that dark horse in the division. Personally, I thought he won that fight.
With Jerry?
I thought he did. I thought he did just enough to edge it. That he gassed out a lot in that fight, but like it was really close. Um, but yeah, man, that's my call on that. That was a great night of boxing, man. Keep up the fantastic work. And it looks like you soloed Dolo today. No ring walk.
No ring walk, baby. Solo dolo, Scarface, no Manolo.
Got you.
Well, all right, brother. Thank you for calling in. And we're going to go ahead and keep it moving. We're going to go ahead and get to some other callers. If you want to call in, remember, we're taking calls 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. So I'm going to go ahead and try and screen share this knockout and hope the Black Prime, ain't going to hate. And they're going to be like, nah, that's TBV trying to help us grow. This is their Instagram, and this happens to be the knockout. Boop. So it was simple catch and shoot, and he put him flat out. And this is Steven Nelson highlights doing his thing with a very, gamed opponent. Once again, this is the catch and shoot. Uppercut, right hook to sleep, Avanesyan. Good night. We're going to keep these phone lines moving. Looks like we got Hawk in Maryland. What is up?
Yo, what's up, Ness?
I hear you, brother, loud and clear, man. What's going on?
Ain't too much, man. Everybody like and subscribe. Get the show going. Hey, great night of fight last night, but
Excuse me. Yeah. My bad, Hawk. Hold on. Apologies. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Bud Crawford won his sparring match. That was a sparring match, but he won it. It was kind of slow going at the beginning. I think Bud was a little rusty, but then he went on and equalized him and took him out of there. I expected him to do that, but the Anderson, I thought Anderson got hit a lot when he goes to attack. I know they said for him to get hit, and he goes on the attack. I don't think that's a smart move. I think he need to, maybe a fight with what is his name, Dubois. I can't pronounce his name. Yeah, that'd be a good fight for him. But as far as talk about him beating Wilder and Fury, he get hit too much. He get hit like that back to back with Wilder, he might be in a coma, man. And Fury is really tactical. So I know they spar.
But Wilder never had somebody throw 120 punches at him in one round.
Correct. I'm on the Jarrett train, bro.
Even though I don't believe, I don't want that to come off like I'm in agreements. I do not think it is time for Jarrett and a Wilder fight at the moment. I prefer Dubois.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm just saying, as far as his defense, when he goes on the attack, he really does get about his defense. He's a awesome fighter, and like I said, I'm on the hype train with him. I think he definitely gonna be number one. But just they need to move him a little, a little more tactical than talking about Fury and all them right now. But yeah, he's definitely gonna be number one. Another Tio. Hey, bro. Teofimo Lopez got a lot going on, man. Fight Hype caught him and his lady. Fight Hype caught him and his lady at the end of the show. I mean, the show was all over with. She was trying to get his son from him as they was going into the locker room. And so she finally got close enough to him to like put her arms around his neck and say something close to him. Got the baby from him and walked out like blew past people. I mean, she was like on fire walking past the camera and everything. She was mad as a mother. I said, they really showed their whole relationship on camera there yesterday. But this was on the Fight Hype, Fight Hub. They was in the backstage zone. I mean, she went past people with the baby just like bullying through. It was crazy. I was like, wow, they showed their whole thing out there. But Tio needs I don't know, man. The dude, he don't. If that's how he fight, that must be how he train. He must train without using a jab. There's no way you throw like 6 jabs in 6 rounds. He had absolutely no thought of using the jab. He was just leaping and getting caught with the same check left hook all night. I don't know what running means in boxing. I don't get the running part. If you're not talented enough or skillful enough to stop a dude from moving around that little square, it's not that big. So I mean, I didn't see running. I saw him taking Tio apart. I saw him drop him twice cleanly. Both times he got dropped, and Tio had no answer. He didn't change up at all. He didn't do nothing different. He just kept trying to bully his way in, leaping in. Man, what's his name? The undisputed champion Devin Haney would destroy Teofimo Lopez. I think Teofimo Lopez needs to step back and fight a little easier competition. They need to, because you know what, Ness, I want to say this though, Ness. We talking about Tio and everything, but I think what people don't realize is that Top Rank just ruined that boy's career because now he's not going to get another fight. He got to Mikey Garcia, he got past Mikey. Then he got this fight. Had he got past this fight, no telling what that dude's career would have went. But with him doing that to Tio, nobody's going to it's not going to be no boxers really coming after him for a big fight.
Yeah, no, it's definitely more of a blemish than anything else.
Yeah. Because he beat Mikey, and then last night he beat Tio, but he ain't get the credit for it. So that, he's not going to be in line for the big fights. They're going to be ducking this boy. They didn't really mess this boy's career up. We're still in that fight game last night. I don't think people realize that. I don't think you're gonna see him on in the big spotlights no more because people are gonna be scared to fight him.
I hear you, Hawk.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm out, man. The great show, and again, Tio lost.
All right, brother. Thank you for calling in. On YouTube Live right here where I hope you subscribe so I could get to my next goal of 160,000 today. It would be great to celebrate with you, but I'm also screen sharing a picture that Black Prime has made of Terence Crawford. It's a great edit, man. They got the crown on him. Behind him, they got the yellow caution tape. But instead of caution, obviously it says pound for pound king, Terence Crawford. It's got a big Muhammad Ali trophy, but instead of Muhammad Ali, it says 10 straight knockouts. Just wanted to show you that. Shout out to Black Prime continuing to promote. They just posted this 3 hours ago. So just showing that they're not one and done, man. They're trying to ride high off the success of their Terence Bud Crawford pay-per-view. We're going out to California. Zone Info Joe. What up?
Yo. Boys, man. Yo, you hear me?
Perfect. With your car in the background, too.
What's up, champ?
Chill.
Yeah. I took my seatbelt off real fast. First things first, man. Shout out to the boxing gods, man. Cool weekend of fights. Ness, can we do this, man? Next time we have a big fight, you have an immediate reaction. call-in show. What you think?
Say again?
You think we can have an immediate reaction call-in show?
When? For which fight?
Any next big fight that we have, you know what I'm saying, so you can get the immediate reaction.
I mean, I was live, man. I was live. Is that y'all wasn't here, so I left after the show. But yeah, me and Danny was here. We did all the live fight chats. You know, we can't take callers if y'all don't call in.
Okay, on to the boxing, man. First thing first, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. This is pound for pound work over here, TBV. Yo, hey man, it looked Black Prime looked it a lot better than I expected it, man. For them to be their first time, I agree with Brandon. The lighting could have been better. As far as Crawford, he did what we expected him to do. I expected him to get the KO around fifth or sixth, and he did that. I'm still happy that he's talking about the Spence fight happening. As far as Spence, I think he need a new driver, man. We can't take no more chances with him out there on the streets. That might fuck up the bag. If he get in another fucking car accident, thank God he all right on this one. But maybe he might need a driver. You know what I'm saying? But as far as Big Baby Anderson, man, I like the dude. I like his swag out the ring, man. He would box and knee. Shout out to Ohio. Y'all got one. The ring walk, he know how to talk. He let his hands go. That's all, you know, that's entertainment. He is that. Me, myself, I want to see him get rounds in, man. He haven't got any rounds from this fight to the last fight. I think he had a total of 4 rounds. I would like to see him get some rounds in, so I would maybe put him in there with Frank Sanchez, F.A. Jabba, or Dubois, or Charles Martin. Somebody like that. I think they, you know, at least take him 6 or 7 rounds, man. He need to get some rounds in before you throw him anywhere in there with somebody in the top 5. He got to get some rounds in. Because I need to know, can he do that for 12 rounds if it need be, if he don't knock you out? Shout out to Tio, man. You know what's crazy? They called the knockdown on one, but don't call it on the second knockdown. But it was the same knockdown.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think it could have been in the same corner, hit with the same hand, fell the same way. I don't know what the ref was tripping off of. I think he does need a new trainer. Who would that be? I don't know. I think he got too comfortable. The jab was non-existent. He just got a pawing jab, trying to knock Sanders' jab down. I don't know what. I don't know. I think he needs a new trainer, man. I think his father took him as far as he can go. I like the Xander Zayas. I like the Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn could have got the stoppage if he would have pressed it. Xander, I don't know, man. Something was missing this fight. He got the win. Shout out to him. That's my guy. I think he's sacrificing his offense for his defense too much because he's just pure offense now. He used to be a little bit more defensive fighter. But shout out to him for getting the win. Pretty good card, man. Not a bad card, man. But that's all I got, Ness. Thanks for the call, my brother. Everybody have a blessed, no stress Sunday. Peace.
Peace. Yo, it's funny, man. Nobody's calling in to talk about Glovegate. I wonder if it was like Bud and Earl, and Bud got a knockout and his Everlast gloves busted up. Would they be complaining then? Because I guess it's Avanesyan and they expected him to get knocked out. No one's saying nothing. I was just sitting here quiet like, damn, no one's going to bring up the gloves, huh? No one's going to say anything about those guantes. Those gloves. They was and I don't know if we've ever seen anything like that. But there's a first for everything. That is for sure. We're still taking callers. Let me go out to Discord. We got a couple people there. It looks like we got JP in Vegas. What up?
That's what up.
What's up? What's up?
Man, look, bro, you know, for a minute there, I thought I seen something. For a minute, I was talking shit. I had Bo at the house, nigga. I was like, Bo, if you replace what David Avanesyan is doing with Errol Spence, we have a fight. We have a maybe for about a round and a half or something. I felt like Bud was working a little faster, a little uncomfortable, just a little bit. And I said, if you replace David Ajanesian and you put Errol Spence doing that, we have a fight where I could see Terence Crawford being uncomfortable. But then he went on ahead and finished him up in spectacular fashion. No ifs, fans, no doubts left. Beautiful left right hook, wiped him out. Looked like he just took some time to get his timing together, get his style together. David Avanesian had a little more chance than the overhand right to land and possibly hurt him. Very little chance, the puncher's chance. But I was more interested to see how a fighter, because you could see Errol kind of in that mold of an Avanesyan, of a come for a fighter. Yeah, Avanesyan had zero head movement and probably posed zero threat as far as power or getting a good punch through that could hurt. But still a similar style to where you could do some observation. As for Tio, man, underwhelming. I don't know what to say, man. I really got high hopes for Tio. He's one of my favorite. I still want to keep him in the conversation with the Shakors, the Haneys, the Javantes, but he just seems to be slipping from that echelon, and he seems to be questioning himself, and that's never good to see in a fighter. As far as Keyshawn and Xander Zayas, they look like they'll be champions, but they ain't the next best thing. I don't see it in neither of them.
Ho.
I don't see it in neither of them.
What did Keyshawn do wrong?
He didn't do nothing wrong. He had a guy in there that was, had a good record, never been dropped. Never been
stopped.
Never been stopped. But who
veteran?
Who he's stopping though?
Who stopping?
The other guy, whatever the guy's name was, I forget his name. He
Juan
ain't posing
Carlos
no threat.
Burgos. Bro, Juan Carlos is a good vet. He's like a Spanish version of, like, I don't know, a Chop Chop or something. Like, he's a dude that's been around the block.
What was my name? Rubio years ago. He's like one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying? Just, got that record, but you never really seen him too much. And, he's pretty durable, but he poses no threat. It's easy to beat up and be offensive when it's not a lot potentially coming back at you. And same for Xander, man. And like I said, I've come to a new conclusion with Top Rank.
I don't, you tripping, bro. Like, there's levels. Keyshawn has 7 or 9 fights. You talking about a dude that's been in there, has numerous regional titles and challenged for world titles a bunch of times, and Keyshawn jumped up. We talking about a dude that's still supposed to be on 6 rounders. Like, think about it.
Right.
You get
get
4 rounders. Some dudes got to get 6 of them motherfuckers. Then they go to 6 rounders and they get 4 or 6 of those. Then 8, 4 or 6 of those. Like, my man is skipping all that. I don't know what y'all seeing, but yeah, no. He jumped the line with last night's performance, and he did that shit. He looked like Crawford.
You ain't lying. And that's why I told the boys on the back call here recently. I don't in yesteryear, we would never see these dudes fucking debut fight, their 3rd fight, their 6th fight, their 8th. And I've come to the conclusion, like, I don't need to be seeing Keyshawn in his 4th fight, in his 5th fight.
I disagree. I think I'm glad boxing got it right. I remember the years where we never got to see the development of a fighter, and then we won't know that Jared is as good as he is because we ain't get to see him fight Jerry Force because it's not a big enough fight for TV. So he did it somewhere, and we ain't get to see him get hit with left hands. So in the next fight, we don't know if a southpaw, which Jerry was, like Hergovich, would do better. You need to see these fights. You're wrong there. But again, that's your opinion. Maybe you don't want to. I'd rather see everything Raymond Savage did because now I know when they put him in there with a certain dude, I know whether he could take him or he can't.
Yeah. Hey, Big Baby. Hey, we got one. I think we might got one, man. We got one coming up the ranks, y'all. Hey, shout out to the back call. That's my call.
Let's go. We got a ton more callers. If you calling in, Don't forget to just press 1. We going out to Twitter. Looks like RNS1. What up?
Yo, Ness.
What's up, brother?
Yeah, I just want to say that was a good show they put on BLK Prime yesterday. I paid for it, and I thought the announcers were on point. You know, everything was on point. You know, Bud out here making that bag while everyone's still getting in the car accidents and hawking T-shirts. But I just seen Terrence
$75 for that shirt, bro.
Yo, he need that money. Errol got no endorsements except Everlast.
$75. I thought that was criminal. I bought one, but I think that's criminal. $65 for a shirt, $10 mandatory shipping. Like, I can't even fucking get ground shipping. Like you putting that shit in a box. You literally putting it in a plastic bag. They putting it in my mailbox. Why am I paying $10 for shipping? That's embarrassing, bro. $75 for a T-shirt. That's criminal to make your fans pay that shit. No, I just gotta say that.
Money.
I gotta say that because, mind you, I bought both of them fuckers. 2 shirts, because I bought the last one, right? Thinking, oh, we gonna get the fight. I'm gonna do a little giveaway when we watching the fight. That shit never happened. Yesterday he dropped another one. I ordered that motherfucker $75 with the fucking shipping. It was, that's embarrassing, man. He's a criminal. That shit is not fair, bro. Like, you rich, man. Why you charging for a fucking Gildan? You charging like 7,000 times the amount of the shirt, bro. That shit is real. That's really fucked up, honestly.
He got no income, bro. Errol got no income right now. But anyway, I just seen Terence Crawford's he just added a story to his Instagram. He said, "Yo, NYC, we coming."
Yeah, I don't know who's in New York.
I don't know. Who's he gonna fight? I mean,
New York got some high taxes. I don't think he's fighting. I think he's probably going to visit.
I don't know. Check it out when you get a chance, Ness.
For sure. It's on his story right now?
Yeah, he just uploaded it. He just uploaded his story. Yep.
All right, bro. All right, anything else?
Nah, that's it, bro. I'm gonna take it easy today.
You the man. Appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yeah, you the man too, Ness. Peace.
All right. Let me check his story out. We'll go ahead and just add this to the live stream and see what's up. This is T-Bud. Oh, ain't got no story there. I don't know where you... Oh, there you go. So, what we got? Put on a show. Okay, so this is all reposts. 8 hours, 7 hours. That shit was jam-packed. I got the press release. It was sold out. So right now I'm just going through a story for those that are listening on the audio version of this and not watching along with us live on YouTube, where we hope you have already subscribed. If you haven't done so, we need about 80 more personas to take us to the next level, 160,000. We trying to get there. Milestones, baby. Let's go. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Where's the story my man's talking about? Shit. He reposted everything. He had that shit lit, though. All right, we coming up to the last 2 posts. Yeah, I ain't see nothing there that said coming to New York, champ. Maybe next time. We're going to keep it moving. Who else we got? Looks like Rated Guy. What up? You a Rated Guy? You got to unmute, champ.
Hello?
Yep.
Yo, what's going on?
What's goody?
Not much. Okay, so what we got? Terrence, he did well. He did great, obviously. He did what everyone expected him to do. T.O., I'm starting to feel bad for T.O. now because of his team and what's going on with that. I feel like he needs a new team. That should just go without being said. But am I wrong for saying that he's starting to turn into Edgar Berlanga. Like, am I wrong for thinking that? Because I feel like I'm seeing that.
I mean, I definitely get why you feel that way, because it's like a regression. You know, he's kind of reverting, but you know, he was a world champ, man, and unified. So you got to give him that.
Yeah, but like, yeah, I don't know if he can make it past like come back from this anymore. Like ever since that Loma win, it was just like it went straight to his head, and now this man can't even think straight. I think if he doesn't change his team, then it's just gonna be downhill from here. But if he does the smart decision, maybe go to like therapy or something, and like change his team, then I could see Tio on dominating a part of the 140 division, but not the whole thing. But I could see him come back.
Yeah, they probably just gonna serve him up. Top Rank does that. When you look bad, they put you in a tough fight and they cut you. You know what I'm saying? You either win or you don't.
Yeah.
So next up is probably gonna be somebody tough. Who they got over there at 40 that's not busy? Because Josh is busy.
Didn't he call out Kambosos again?
I doubt that, but Kambosos, I heard an interview with Bob who said he can't talk about Kambosos because that's not his fighter. He don't know what's going on with him. Bob ain't stupid. He never signed Kambosos. He signed the dude that he knew was going to win.
Okay. Okay, what else was there? The undercard was dope. I didn't get to see the guy that you guys had, Tucker, Jahir, I think. What was his name?
No, his fight got canceled, and Bruce Carrington's fight got canceled, unfortunately.
Damn. What was it? Why did they say that? Did they say why?
Weight and commissions didn't approve certain guides and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. Damn, that sucks. I wanted to see them. Oh yeah, with the Terence glove splitting thing, I thought that was pretty odd. That was the first time I've ever seen something like that. But when you brought that up, were you trying to say like you thought people were gonna like cover butt about that, or?
Of course. I mean, Fury got the glove gate of the century, right? Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. That's true.
You know, but the energy's never equal, man. It's always a witch hunt. Boxing's a witch hunt. You know,
you're right.
what witch we want to burn at the stake today. That's all how it is. You know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like now that you brought that up, it's gonna start to surface, but it makes sense.
I'm shocked that the Earl Spence fanatics haven't already been on some glove gate shit. Like, oh, he cheated Avanesyan.
I think it's a little tough to say though, because it's like, if it weren't for those gloves, would he still have gotten that knockout? I think he would have. So it's just like,
quite possibly, but we do have a glove gate, right? There was some busted gloves, and no one is saying anything at all. But listen, let me get to some other callers. Do appreciate is that you got a lot of background noise, champ. I don't know what you got going on over there. I'm trying to rock, but you know I'm an audio snob. C-Dub on Twitter Spaces. I like my audio clean. C-Dub, you want to unmute? There you go.
Yo.
What up?
Yo, how the audio, man?
Clean.
Clean. That's what's good, man. I don't know what was going on with Discord. I mean, I was my mic was unmuted, so I'm not sure what's going on, but we good. We here now. Shout out TBV. Smash that like button. It's free.
They coming for the statue, man.
No, not.
You heard what they saying? You heard what they saying?
Not yet. But let me eat my crow. I mean, I don't know if you got the sound bite yet, but I mean, you know, but I was skeptic, like, you know, just skeptical on how he was going to finish it. Like King, I mean, I just wanted to see him against some opposition that was going to provide some type of resistance. And Jerry Forrest was that, and he got him out of there in spectacular fashion, man. So, yeah, I did that.
All right.
I take that. You know, so he looking good. So he he looking like he could be the top 20, like Charles Martin, Adam Kalnacki, somewhere up in there, Frank Sanchez. He looking. Let's get him up in those fights. Not Wilder, not AJ. Let's get him to Dubois or Du Bois, whichever however you want to say it.
Dubois is a good fight. I like that fight.
Let's get him in there. And he looking good, man. We got those.
But what Wilder opponent you think he's not ready for? What Wilder opponent you think he can't beat?
Dillian White. No, opponent that Wilder faced already.
Yeah, of course. Because I was about to say he ain't fight Dillian.
I know. He maybe could get Helenius out of there. Is he ready for Ortiz? I'm not sure. I would say just take your time, man. He's still young. Let's not. He maybe can get Ortiz out of there, but let's just take our time, man. No rush. It ain't no rush.
I mean, Ortiz is old right now. That's probably a good fight. I don't think that Al will let Ortiz go, because then it'll be too much of a comparison. You put Ortiz in there with Jarrett. Jarrett put a number on the old man, and they really gonna be comparing them.
It's a little bad. Like Dominique Brazil. I want to see it.
I think Brazil retired, right? He ain't fought since like last year when he fought Ottawa Valin or something. We don't even hear from him, man. Is he still fighting?
Maybe so, man. Maybe so.
Wilder took his soul.
Yeah. It was quick too. It was quick. Shit. And let me also Bud BLK review. It was crisp. The stream didn't crash. It flowed good. Very professional, clean commentary. It was a great event, man. BLK looking like a player, and it may not be a one-off. People talking like it's a one-off, man. It may not be a one-off. AB, that's why I can't take his slander against PBC serious, man. How he still showed up fat. When you invest in something, when you say, man, let me invest in you, let me bring you into the promotion. Promote your fight, man. We don't expect you to show up in this type of condition. We don't. So, but like you, I hope he can revitalize his career, man. Get him a Regis Prograis for the belt.
Yeah,
Regis. Get serious, man.
I don't know about that.
What? And Regis looking like he with Probellum, so he can come to BLK.
No, they'll do it. Because Regis ain't got no broadcaster, so they could do it. But I'm just saying, I think Regis will get offered a TO fight or something like that before. He got a belt. He got the WBC. He got the most prestigious belt in that division.
Yes, sir. And AB is the bag.
We'll see.
A win too. Of course, right. Regis, if we looking at
biggest win at that, biggest win on his resume at that.
Yep. So and T.O., it was. I'm not gonna be so hard on him. I kind of predicted it was gonna be tough. It's a late replacement. Sandor Martin is tough. He beat Marky Garcia. He didn't have time to prepare for the dude. So what you expect? I didn't expect him to look good. So, but on the other hand, two things could be true, which is he may still need to seriously look into at least another trainer, somebody that could mesh good with your dad if you don't want to replace him.
Yeah.
So there's it, man. Shout out TBV. Smash that like button. It's free.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for calling in. C-Dub. We got a couple super chats I want to get to. Looks like I got Mr. Boom Boom guy who says, $2 super chat. He says, the Duckin Haney curse is real. You must fight Devin Haney. James Benitez, $5 super chat, says, I'm a stand on it. I like Tiger as a future prospect better than Keyshawn. Now, Tiger's definitely doing his thing. Power's looking serious. On S1, $2 super chat, he says, just sent you screenshot of Bud's story. Where'd you send it? Champ. And looks like I got Count Drago, $5 question. Who you got for the World Cup and who's your Super Bowl picks? I like Oda Wallin fight for Anderson, Durable and Little Tricky. I don't know if you heard, but it looks like Valin has the AJ fight, so that ain't happening. And I don't know how long you've been watching, but I don't watch other sports, so I don't even know what the fuck you talking about. Honestly, I know I'm supposed to know about the World Cup, but I don't. Don't watch it. Don't follow it. Don't know nothing. Sorry. Don't know nothing about it. But I do know that you can call in 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 time. James Benitez on Twitter Spaces. What it do? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. And I need about 80 more subscribers to get to my next goal of 160. Huntsville, Alabama, what up?
Yo, what's up, Ness? You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yo, man. Hey, I don't know what the hell these guys are talking about, man. That Jared Anderson needs these rounds, man. I mean, he went 6 rounds last year, man. That was enough, man. Other than that, he's not even a prospect anymore. In my opinion, man, he's a contender. You know, because most of the guys that you ask C-Dub that crazy question, like, who would he have problems with on Wilder resume? Man, that's crazy as fuck. He'll walk through all the Wilder's resume at this point in his career, in my personal opinion, except for Fury. Besides that, man, I think I said this last year on the show. By the end of 2023, 2024, Jared Anderson will be ready for Deontay Wilder. I think what I said is about to come to fruition, and that's going to be the truth. You know, nobody's fucking with him, man. He's going to be the future of the heavyweight division. He's going to reign for a long time. Dude's not even going to be 25 by the end of next year, if I'm not mistaken. So, man, yo, you about to just see greatness just unfold, and American heavyweight boxing is in a good place. Other than that, who would I like him to see him fight next? I would like him to see him fight Philip Hergovich or even a Tony Yoka off of a loss. You know, because that would be a good name still with Tony Yoka.
I do like the Yoka fight.
You know, I think that would be a good fight. That'll still be another proven ground, so everybody can just go ahead and just start to see what I see a little bit more. Shit, with AB, man, that shit funny. AB will get demolished by a pro grade, man. Somebody, I think his peak fight in this next time round, I think will be like a Victor Postal at best. I can't see him fighting any harder competition than that. Other than that, if you put AB with any of the names that's even touching title contention, he'll probably get stopped. Tio, man, I think he's just suffering with depression right now. I was a little disappointed with post-fight where I saw the names he called out. But, you know, man, that's Tio, man. Hopefully he just get his headspace together. And there was no way he was going to lose that fight on Heisman night with all the money that they invested in him. I saw that shit coming from a mile away.
I mean, look at the scorecard. That shit was paid and bought.
Oh, that's a fact. That's a fact. You know, 97, 92, get the fuck out of here, man. That was some bullshit right there. You know, the dude probably wasn't even looking at the fight. He probably had that shit written up before the fight even started. You know, but either way it goes, man, that's the bullshit in boxing that we all complain about all the time. You know, I'm surprised, man, that the Bud fans ain't just start calling in and saying, man, that damn, you know, we need to go ahead and immediately make that Spence fight, man, now that he's wounded after the car crash again. Need to go ahead and rush that. But either way it goes, man, I think Bud, man, he's probably going to try to really step down and make a fight in UK like he says, because he seems like he's a man of what he tries to really attack what he wants right now. So I can see that happening next year. But other than that, man, this weekend just really showed me that boxing's still in a good place, man. And Ness, as always, you're the best boxing show on YouTube, on these streets. And, man, I thank you for what you do every week, man, every day. I'm out.
Appreciate it, champ. Appreciate it. Thank you for calling in. I was sent that screenshot of Bud's story, and I'm trying to find it on his story because it's not his text. Someone else is saying that, and there it goes, right? No. And he's quoting, he's reposting. So I don't know that we can interpret that as him saying he's going to do it again in New York. Still looking for it because, again, I was sent the screenshot, but I'm not seeing it on the story. You could also send me the link. It's got 3 dots. Wherever that story is, because I don't fucking see it. Nope, I don't see it. We going out to Davidian, Buffalo Falls, what up?
Hello.
What up, Davidian?
Yo, was good, Ness. Yeah, it was a good night of fights. Shout out to Bud. He did his thing. I knew he was gonna beat Avanesyan. Uh, Knocked him out. Gave him amnesia. You know, he did his thing. Shout out to Bud. Got his money. Um, Other than that, like Keyshawn Davis, or yeah, Keyshawn, Big Baby. You know, we gotta see what he do. He looked great. Tio, on the other hand, I like Tio a lot actually, but I don't know. And there's no disrespect to his father. He got him as far as he could, but he really needs somebody that has been a former boxer or something to train him or something. I don't know. I feel bad for the young man because I was just looking at something where he was kind of questioning himself if he had it. But he's athletic. I feel like he does have the skills, but he needs help. So, but I like Tio. Who else am I missing? But I love me some uh who's the young man? Xander Zayas. I love Xander, of course. He's probably one of the best Puerto Rican fighters out right now. Uh Man, there was so many different fights, but you know, great channel. As always, great callers. Shout out to all my brothers in the back call. That's my call. God bless y'all.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks for calling in. We're still taking callers. We rocking out. We 2 hours in. We going out to Ron W. What up? Ron, unmute on Twitter Spaces.
Hello.
We hear you.
Yeah. I was checking in. This is my first time on your show,
Oh man,
but
well,
I
we
wanted.
appreciate you, man, calling in, making it your first time.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, this weekend I was watching them little boxing matches, and the wanted to comment on the Teofimo. But yeah, I thought he did pretty good considering. I mean, the guy, he could have, to me, he could have cut the ring off. I think that's the only thing that he was lacking. He followed the guy around, and as far as that, I mean, we talk about what he didn't do, but if he didn't do nothing, then the other dude didn't do nothing because the dude didn't take charge. If Teofimo wasn't being effective, then dude seemed like he would have started walking him down, but he didn't do none of that because that double right hand kept him off balance. But and then as far as the youngster, Big Baby, I personally thought he got hit a little bit too much for me. So I think he still might need a couple more fights before they talk about Deontay Wilder type opponents. But I think he got hit a little bit too much. And as far as Bud goes, I don't know. A lot of people that Bud, to me, he's his own man now, and he's making a smart move. Because to fight somebody, I've been in boxing for years, and I never heard of this cat. And to get $10 million for it,
Wait.
you're a bad man.
Whoa, you never heard of who? You never heard of who?
The dude he fought.
Okay. Damn,
Yeah,
10 years and you ain't heard Avanesyan?
And I never heard of that cat.
Wow.
And to get 10 million for fighting this cat, I mean, to orchestrate that, you got to give me personally, I give my props to him because he's a independent man. So now he don't have to answer to nobody. So he's trying to get other fighters to follow his lead. So with the Crawford Spence, like he was telling Spence, I'm pretty much my own man. So for 10 million, he made more in that fight than he got from Top Rank, from all his contracts with Top Rank in one fight. I think he probably made more than uh, uh, Spence made in one fight with his contracts with PBS or PB, whatever it is. But the dude is doing the right thing as far as I'm concerned. And if he can generate that 25 million, and I think he will, yeah, I think he's on his way out. Nobody's considering he's 34 years old, and the dude's got like 5 kids. So I think he's ready to call it a day anyway. So I think he's just cashing out at this time in his career. And as far as everything else, top PBS, PBC, Premier Boxing Champions. Yeah, they came out and their thing was fighting the best fighters against the best fighters while they're young coming up. So they wasn't padding fights. Like back in the days, you see they get these cats all these cushy, fights where bought wins, and PBC start changing that and start making more millionaires. So, you got all these young fighters being millionaires by the time they're 25, 26 years old, and which was a good thing for boxing. But it's just, man, the state of boxing is in a great place. And like they said earlier, like somebody on your broadcast said earlier, if Premier, the Black Boxing Network, whatever it is, if they come in and if they was able to do what they did for Crawford and they stay in the game, then it's really going to be, it's going to be a lot better for fighters. And not just for the promoters and all that. The fighters start eating and making money. But Teofimo, I don't think he's in a bad position, man. I don't know. To me, I think it's more so his life outside the ring that's got him right now, that's got him kind of twisted. I don't think it's his fighting, because to me, he fought a hell of a fight, because I used to fight. Now, if dude was as good as he said he was, then he would have took over. And like Teofimo said, dude basically laid back on trying to counter him and trying to wait for something to catch him with something, which he did when he dropped him that one time. But other than that, Teofimo, took the fight to him.
Took the fight by lunging in with lead hooks that wasn't really
Yeah,
landing.
but when you got a cat that ain't doing nothing, you got to try to make something happen.
I was seeing him land, man. I don't know, but I hear you.
Well, I don't know, because when I was seeing that double right, when Teofimo was hitting him with that double right hand, and I think when dude was getting caught with that, he kind of laid back. But I think if he's as good as he say he was, then I'm like, well, then take it to Teofimo then. So if you think he's a wounded duck, then go get him.
But he dropped him twice. Like, how much more taking it to T.O. you need?
But were they clean drops, or was it like he jumped in and off
he
balance?
dropped his ass twice. They robbed my man for one of them knockdowns. It was the same identical knockdown twice.
Okay. Well, boxing is about who makes the money. And right now, Teofimo's making the money.
Yeah, no, that's definitely what they said, man. They wasn't going to let him lose on a Heisman Trophy night.
Right. Yeah, but
listen, brother, I'm going to get to some other callers. We got like a dozen people ready to rock and roll, but we do appreciate your call. El Caesar, Las Vegas, what up? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button. And I need about 60 more people to get to my goal. Can I get 60 more before we end the show? Caesar, are you available? All right. In the meantime, in between time, we're going to David Maldonado, whose feelings must be definitely destroyed after watching that performance. What up?
Yo, my feelings are not destroyed. First of all,
don't come on here capping, man. Don't come on here capping. Tell the truth, man. Tell the truth what you saw, man.
I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the fucking truth, man. I watched the fight live, right? Nobody in that arena even thought that shit was a knockdown. Nobody in the arena was even expecting Teofimo to lose that fight.
You sound like a Bud fan when Velasquez dropped him.
No. The one that was called the knockdown, that's one of 2 rounds that I gave Sandor, because either way, Sandor was winning the second round.
Wow, you gave Sandor 2 rounds?
Let me tell you. So the second round, that was a fake knockdown, right? That shit didn't even touch him. And then the other one that people said should have been a knockdown. That one landed, it connected, but it also cuffed Tio on the back of the head, and he called like pulled him down to the ground. That was not a knockdown. But I noticed though, the counter right hook is a counter that southpaws use against conventional fighters that throw the right hand to the body. That's how Shakur dropped Oscar Valdez, and that's how Zab Judah actually dropped Mayweather, which was more cleaner than the Tio knockdown, and they never called that a knockdown because that's a punch where you're off balance. As far as the performance goes, I thought Teofimo should have done better, cutting the ring off. You know, he needs to learn from Floyd Mayweather, watch Floyd versus Zab Judah, watch Floyd versus Sean Bay Mitchell, come in with the high guard, go to the body, cut the ring off. But every time Sandor tried to engage with Tio was catching him with that double right hand. He had beautiful counters. And then when I went home, I said, let me watch it on TV because everybody's talking robbery. Nobody in the arena was even thinking it was a robbery. Trust me. And I watched it on TV.
Homie, they booed your man. They booed him, and then he got called asking, does he still got it? You don't beat somebody and question if you got it.
Listen, fighters, everybody sometimes questions themselves.
All right, Dr. Phil.
He lets his heart. He wears his heart on his sleeve, bro. You know what I mean? But and then I watched the fight on TV, and like I said, I gave Sandor Martin round 2 and round 8. Round 10, Teofimo exploded. He started to shift with that right hand. If he would have been doing more shifting, he probably would have got the job done better. But nevertheless, as far as what's next for Teo, if I'm his handlers, what I would do just to fucking take the monkey off the back,
Pedraza.
I would get him a rematch.
You gotta give him Pedraza, bro. He's not ready for nothing.
No.
Don't give
I'll
him.
give him Cambosos.
You crazy? You want Cambosos to end his career?
No, I'll give him Cambosos.
That's like seeing a boogeyman. That's the dude that spiraled everything downhill.
My man, Miguel Cotto took on Margarito. He had to handle that boogeyman. So
yeah, and Miguel Cotto got lucky the referee threw that towel in. Everybody know Margarito was coming on in that second fight. Crooked eye and all.
Cotto beat the shit out of him.
Crooked eye and all. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You remember what you want on some Latino shit, bro. Everybody know Margarito was coming on and he stopped that fight.
Margarito was just coming forward, but he was getting punched all over the face, man. He wasn't doing shit in that rematch with Cotto, but we ain't talking about Cotto. I think the Teofimo should get a Cambosos fight the right game plan, win that fight spectacular.
He don't want that night, man.
Monkey off his back. Come on, man. He was knocking Cambosos out in the rematch, bro.
He was supposed to knock him out in the first fight, bro. You tripping right now.
He had a hole in his lungs. He had baby mother issues.
He hole had a fucked up shoulder. In his lungs. So does the hole close and it heals? How's that work? Do he got a straw going through it?
He did get cleared, man. He did get cleared.
No, I know,
man.
but does the hole, what happens to the hole in his lungs that you said he got?
I mean, he had air in his lungs. Some shit. He had something respiratory.
All right. Some shit. All right.
Yeah, but as far as the rest of the night goes, I keep hearing you guys saying something about Crawford and the gloves. I didn't watch that fight. What are they talking about?
Oh, you ain't buy that pay-per-view? You fake boxing fan?
I was watching the fight live, nigga. I was in Madison Square Garden. Why am I gonna watch that shit? He's fighting the worst opponent he ever fought.
You could have bought that shit on your phone, man, and supported that man.
Nah, man, I don't pay for every fight. Not every fight is pay-per-view worthy, bro. That guy was the worst opponent he's ever fought at 147. That guy got destroyed by Mean Machine, whatever his name is. So, nah, man, I'm not paying for that. Amir Khan was better than that dude. I paid for Amir Khan, right? Coming off a Canelo KO. But I'm not paying for David Abbott, whatever his name is, man. But what happened with the gloves? What are they talking about?
I mean, they was busted up, bro. It was busted up.
And what happened with Errol Spence? They're saying that he got into a car accident, too?
He did. 14-year-old kid hit him.
Oh, somebody hit him?
Yeah.
All right, see, so it's not nothing like him getting drunk.
Nah.
As far as the rest of that card go, I was impressed by what's his name, Jared Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
He looked real good. I wasn't really too impressed with Keyshawn Davis. He was being real too patient with a guy that was just there to get
patient. Man, you tripping, man. You wasn't watching that fight. You wasn't watching. So you
Virgo-
glorifying T.O. bum-ass fucking performance.
I didn't glorify that fight.
But you telling me a prospect that's walking down a veteran fighter every single round, he didn't do enough. Man, y'all dudes don't know what the fuck y'all watching,
I feel
man.
Keyshawn, listen, man, I like Keyshawn, but
You
Keyshawn
don't
could
know
have got
nothing.
him out.
You don't know
of
what
there,
you're
man. He
watching,
fucked me
bro.
up,
You don't know what the fuck you're watching. I'm
man.
sorry.
Xander's eyes is getting better and better. I was never really too high.
Look
on
at
him,
this
but I'm-
shit. So
I'm cautious.
Xander looked good. He went the decision with a no name. That dude, you don't know that motherfucker. He ain't win no
I'm talking
regional
about his
belts.
skill set.
That dude ain't win
Xander's
no
eyes is
regional
not no big
belts.
puncher, though.
That dude ain't win no regional belts. He ain't win no world titles. He ain't never fought for a world title. But you over here glorifying Xander because he Hispanic. That's what you're doing.
Nah, it's not about
That's what you're
that.
doing
I'm
because
not
he
with
Puerto
that. I'm
Rican
not-
and you from New York. That's what you're doing. I know you already. You've been listening to this
Xander's
show.
eyes, what I noticed
Fuck
about him,
outta here,
what I
man.
noticed about him, hear me out.
Tell Xander
What
to
I
fight
noticed about
somebody,
Xander's
man.
eye
Nobody
is-
give a fuck about that Xander fucking performance whack ass shit. Motherfucking
Xander's eye is
Fundora
so
been
decent.
fighting
He
dudes.
showed-
Fundora been fighting dudes since he was 12-0, man. Who the fuck is this dude fighting? Y'all keep saying he the next
Xander's
Puerto
eye is
Rican.
gonna be
I
alright, bro.
keep saying he better than Edgar Berlanga. He ain't fight a fucking soul.
Hell yeah, he's better than Edgar Berlanga. Come on, man.
Anybody
Edgar
can look
Berlanga,
better
come
than
on, man.
Edgar. Anybody can look better than Edgar versus these fucking cab drivers. Y'all got this motherfucker in there. Y'all got this dude fighting everybody, the Piragua scrapers, just so he could get some Puerto Rican clout. Fuck out of here, man. Trying to make a new Puerto Rican star, man. I gotta go. Y'all desperate. Y'all desperate trying to make a Puerto Rican star, and my man ain't fought a fucking person yet. No former world champ. I mean, who did Xander fight? Like, this is what I'm saying. Y'all dudes come on here, y'all talking about how Keyshawn didn't look, but Xander and Tio look good. Who the fuck did he fight? Keyshawn the one that stepped up. Xander got double the amount of fights that Keyshawn and ain't done what Keyshawn done. Xander got double the amount of fights that Keyshawn. When the fuck he been a co-main event? And if he was, it's been a long fucking time. And it was based around his ethnicity. It wasn't based around his fucking skill. It was June and it was Port. Look, this motherfucker got 3. He's still doing 8-rounders. This the delusional shit we talking about. You know, you boxing fans, you delusional. You call in here and you talk shit about one dude that's taking leaps and bounds, these Superman leaps over fucking buildings. But then Xander is got 15 fights with not one former world champ. Nobody. Dan Carpence is the biggest name on his resume, and I know Dan because his family is pedigree. And what I mean by that, not that they great, but that the whole family fights. But where's this Xander Zayas, like, world-beating resume? He's showing us he the future. Y'all dudes don't know what the fuck y'all assessing, man. Shit is aggravating, bro. You know what I mean? Making excuses for your favorite fighter left and fucking right is just crazy. But we going to take some more callers. Keep it moving. Who we got? Looks like Matt Bent 100. What up? Kansas City.
What up? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kenichi Biz. Get to prepare for the holidays. Anyway, I just want to say it was some decent fights on. I was mostly impressed with Jared Anderson. He went out there and took out Forrest, man. He beat the brakes off my man. I want him to step up to another, make a mark. Get like a Philip or Flip Hergovich. He looked kind of vulnerable in the Zhang fight. I like to see what Hergovich. And I'm looking forward to see my man Tanquil put I hate to say this, because I'm from the Caribbean, and I like that Garcia, been making waves. But I think my favorite fighter, which is Javante Tanquil, is gonna put him to sleep next month, and I'm looking forward to that. He's sleeping guy for the new year, and I hope Shakur and Haney get that stuff done. and then they could step up and fight Tank and get put to sleep. Yeah. Thanks for the show.
Well, all
Hello?
right, champ.
Hi, man. Peace.
All right, Kansas City. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in. Who else we got? Looks like Discord is lit. And we going out to L again. We don't want to skip you in the line, but what is up? Are you available, my friend?
Hello?
It's working.
Yo. What's up, TBV?
All good.
Great fights this weekend, man. Had plenty to watch. I was trying to watch the Terence Crawford fight at the same time as the Teal fight, but I was way more entertained by the Crawford fight, honestly. But from what I did see in the Teal fight is Teal looked kind of lost in there, you know? Like he just kind of kept on doing the same thing over and over. Just lunging and trying to catch this dude with a big shot. And honestly, Martin was playing pretty smart, man, off the back foot. And I just think Teal's struggling with something more than just boxing. I think it's a lot going on in his life. And I mean, like the poll said, he should take some time. I don't think he should take too much time, you know, but really, really consider maybe just bringing somebody in, you know what I mean? Because I don't think he's going to, you know, walk out on his pops and shit. And hopefully his dad's not too prideful to just let somebody else take the lead on that, at least to see if they could change something up in his career. Because honestly, he's not looking like he's improving at all. But, Crawford fight, look, you know, it was great. It was entertaining. It was back and forth a little bit. And that dude's just a technician, man. Just the way he set that shot up and right in between the guard. I just watched that over and over. I was like, man, that shit's just textbook, like beautiful. So I can't wait. Somebody said they should change. They should switch his slogan should be "Man Down." I completely agree. This dude's putting dudes down. You know, he's showing. He's basically separating himself from the rest. And I just can't wait for this fight to happen, man. This Earl thing, man. This Earl Terence thing, man. It's been too goddamn long. I'm still tired of bringing it up, but goddamn, man, these two need to fight, man. This is the fight, bro. For real.
I gotta cut you short, man. Looks like we got a spontaneous guest joining us, and I guess you want to give us your take on last night's fight, sir?
Hey, man. Shout out to the boxing voice. I mean, you guys are the only entity
You sound a
that
little
might
far,
grab.
Bill. Are you on speaker?
Hold on. Let me see. Can you hear me better now?
I hear you better. What's up?
Okay. I mean, shout out to you guys, man. The only entity that is, I mean, you guys are running as much as I am. You know what I mean? And but we got some other guys. We got some other guys that's working hard too as well. So how you doing, Ness? Man, it was a wonderful weekend of boxing, wasn't it?
Great weekend, man. Can't complain.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And this lightweight division, you got that welterweight division. I mean, Terence Crawford, he did what Terence Crawford does. He'll put him to sleep. And I think when I was just talking to you the other day, I said there are weight classes for a reason. And then you have those guys that are exceptional, can step up to other weight classes. And I think Terence Crawford has showed that he can do it at 147 or he can go up to 154.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But Bill, we want to
Now,
know your thoughts on Tio, man. We know that's what you're here to cook for, man. You seen Tio's performance last night. What did you think? Did Sandor deserve the win? Was that a knockdown, or have you not watched it?
man, did I not watch it? Hey, listen, the lightweight division is cracking. And I'll tell you one thing about Tio and Teofimo Sr. and the rest of the world is we don't overlook Lomachenko and who Lomachenko is. Nor do we overlook who Teofimo is and what a fight he was in with a tough Spaniard in Sandor Martin. And if you didn't know who he was then, you definitely know who he is now. And as for Teofimo Lopez, he can play possum. He can act like it's a problem, but I know he's the same fighter has that beat Lomachenko, the same fighter that had power at 140 pounds, right? He's the same fighter that I know him to be, and it's some drama in there with T.O., and it's a lot of passion as well. So do not be confused that when it comes down to the fight and Teofimo and his dad, hey man, for a fight of your life, man. I've never downplayed it. I've never said who Teofimo is, but you'll see a guy that not only was able to go through problems in his house right in front of you, a guy that struggles with the right things to say at the wrong times, and for overall intent purposes, got in there and handled his business with a tough guy and Sandor Martin that for all intent purposes retired Mikey Garcia and retired Mikey Garcia when we all know that he's still something left in the tank. So I mean, it just is a great time for boxing. Um, of course, I'm notorious for speaking my mind, but I'm also notorious for action. And, I'm looking forward to Teofimo Sr. getting back home, Teofimo Jr. hopefully relaxing and not necessarily, letting everyone else do the job that they do in terms of promoting his career, introducing what his next move might or could be. And if he can get to do that, I mean, he's only lost one time, and he lost to a tough guy in George Kambosos that you hear his name is being mentioned, amongst other elite fighters. So this is just a lightweight division that's full of a lot of talent, a lot of passion, and I'm looking forward to an exciting 2023, inshallah.
Did you think that was a knockdown, the second one, or was it a fair call in ruling it a slip?
Oh, absolutely, it was a knockdown, but you're talking about a knockdown from a tough Spaniard. George Kambosos knocked him down, and inshallah, when we get through.
Looks like you went through a dead spot. And we're joined live by Bill Haney. And I fucked that up because I was about to say BH because I'm looking at his Instagram. But we're joined by Bill Haney. Looks like he went through a dead spot. He's giving his take on the Teofimo Sandor Martin fight. We're still taking calls. You can call in using your landline cell phone 1-425-569-5241. Press 1 one time to voice your opinion. Right here, Voice of the People hotline. Looks like we might have lost him, Bill. Yep. All right. So in the meantime, in between time, we got Hot Boxing Minute on TikTok. What's up?
Yo, what up with it, Ness? How you doing, my dude?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm doing excellent. I thought it was a great fight night, great weekend for fight fans. I was out there working the show out there in Tijuana, but I did get a chance to watch the fights on my phone and the highlights. Terence Crawford looked good. The over-under was 7.5. I thought he was going to go over. He did it under in 6. Too bad most boxing fans don't pay attention to Euro fighters. They don't know David Avanesyan is the man with wins over Kerman Lejaraga and Josh Kelly. But, I didn't see a lot of ring rust. David Avanesyan was riding a wave of confidence, and Terence put his ass down with the most craziest hook, full torque and balance, and put him to sleep. That was wild. I want to see him and Errol Spence go at it badly, Ness. Jared Anderson, shit. That man is an avalanche. I never seen nobody put the beats on Jerry Forrest like that. That was crazy.
Jerry
Teofimo
looked
Lopez,
intimidated, too.
Hey, Jerry came out swinging heavy and cracked him a couple of hard times, and it looked like he kind of pissed off, Big Baby. But, man, when he was beating on him in the corner, I was like, oh, my God, dude, Jared Anderson looks like a monster. That's wild. I think people need to be more forgiving to Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? He's clearly going through some personal things, but a win is a win. Is a win. You know, I mean, it is what it is. Until the next fight, cross our fingers, and hopefully he gets some of that form back when he was knocking people out doing Fortnite dances. I'm not really sure.
Even that
I got a
backflip was
question.
off. You seen it. He landed on all fours. Yo, my man losing
And
his swag, yo. He got to get back right.
it was all bad, Ness, and you could hear him on that hot mic with the translator asking if I still got it. That's a bad look. That stuff with his baby's mom. I was like, yo, this is not the business.
Crazy.
But you know what I'm saying? Ness, I also got a question to ask you. What was that you I saw with the squabbles and the ring wars?
What do you mean?
Was that you in Border Wars in the ring putting the beats on that dude?
I mean, I wouldn't say putting the beats. That was an old fight from 2017 that they uploaded. But yeah, that's definitely one of my fights.
Yo, man, much respect, Ness, cause you like me as far as being a boxing content creator with squabbles, and I respect that, and I would love to get on Border Wars, Ness.
Oh man,
Like I'm
hit
not the
me
most
up, man. I
divisive.
seen you sparring on Twitter, and I'm like, damn, yo,
No,
Border Wars in your
Ness,
future.
I got years of skin in the game. I mean, blood, sweat, and tears, Ness. I'm not like these other boxing content creators, Ness. Like I'm with the shits, Ness.
For sure.
I don't do divisive content. I don't talk about politics. I don't sell narratives. I only talk about facts. But one thing I will do is I'll put the gloves on and put the beats on somebody. Ness. Stephen Jabari Shaw, he can vouch for me. Raquel Miller, they can vouch for me. Juan Carlos Burgos, they all been in my gym. They seen me. They know that the Hot Boxing Minute, he handles his business. So if you got Border Wars in the West Coast, please let me know. I will get on there quick. 160. That's how much I weigh. Let's do this.
Let's do it, bro. DM me, man. We definitely got one coming up February 25th, 2023, right here in Las Vegas. Is going down. We have a fantastic card, so I would love for you to be on. You can help get the word out with your platform, and yeah, man, it would be amazing to have you on the card. Looks like
Shit.
Bill is back.
All right, thank you, Ness. I'm going to holler at you later. One love, TBV. Hit that like button and share. Don't be a hater.
Let's go. We did get the ring from Bill. Let's see. What up? Bill, you there?
Yeah. Am I getting the echo again?
No echo. You straight.
No echo. All right, good.
But you breaking up. You on the road. That's what it is, Bill. Looks like we lost you again. There you go.
No, you didn't lose me. Yeah. No, you didn't lose me. I'm just fired up, Ness. You know what I mean. It was a good night.
Looks like he disconnected from the Bluetooth or got another call. Let's see here. In the meantime, Young Off, what up? Young Oaf?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Straight, brother. Talk to us.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to you. I appreciate all the work you guys do, all
Thank
that
you.
good stuff. But yes, sir. Definitely it definitely was a knockdown. The second one, they showed the replay from like the upper view, and it was weird because the ref, he came in and kind of just said no, but usually they kind of explain, like they'll tap on the legs if they say it's like a trip. I didn't see that, so. But the bigger thing though is, and I'm a TL fan, man. Like, I watched his rise. But Andre Ward was saying this too. He said, I think he's just relying on his natural abilities, you know, and you're not seeing him. His first fight at 140, I said this too. He's just swinging for the fences, you know. He's trying to home run every time. That's not boxing. And like, the sad thing about him is like, he has the IQ. So he knows, like, that's not what you're supposed to do. Like, set up your shots. You know, there's many ways to do a jab. I just see him just swinging for the fences every time. And the way he was lunging in, I mean, bro was catching him with that right hook all night. You know, he's catching him with the same thing. So it's like 140, you got a lot of talented fighters. Prograis, you know, Taylor, Catterall, Ryan Garcia's up there now. Like, he's going to continue to, if he keeps lunging in, like, that's like what Ricky Hatton did when he got caught by by Mayweather. So it's just I hope he fixes that. I saw Timothy Bradley also say that even in the fighter meeting, he was listening to him, and he was like, his mind is everywhere right now. So I definitely think it's bigger. It's bigger than boxing. It was weird. I saw one of the other dudes mention how like he went to reach for his baby and she wouldn't hand it to him. So it's probably it's probably deeper than boxing, which is unfortunate. I hope he gets it figured out. You do see too, like there was a time where like Cotto had a break from his dad, and other people. It gets to a point. I think that's one thing that's kind of cool about Cambosis. His dad is like, let's put him on with someone. You got Bill Haney, obviously other people who like can make it work, but I don't know. I hope Tio figures it out though. But definitely, he's gotta do the fundamentals. He can't just keep trying to just swing for the fences every time. He's gonna get knocked out one of these days if he keeps doing that.
All right, champ. Well, appreciate you calling in, man, for sure. And I'm with you, man. You cannot be jumping in with hooks. I mean, he Mayweather done that. We even seen Vladimir Klitschko do it to Kubrat Pulev. Marquez was good at it. But you don't just do that all the time, man. You got to set up that hook, and he was not setting up. He was just not setting up. We got a couple other callers we got to get to. Looks like on our landline we got JB Cinema. What up?
What up, Ness? What up, TBV?
What's
No
good?
ring walk, huh?
No ring walk.
All right. Hey, so I don't know, man. I'm gonna keep this quick because I know Bill's probably gonna jump in sooner or later. Shout out to Bill. Yeah, man. On the Teal fight, dude. I don't know. I was pretty sad. I was pretty disappointed. I had to watch that fight a second time this morning just because I was jumping back and forth with the Terence Crawford fight and Teal. So I wanted to get a good view and to see if if he did win it or not. And I don't know, man. It was kind of disappointing. I had to say that Saunders would have taken that fight, especially with those two knockdowns. I know they didn't count one of them, but I mean, yeah, man. Teal, I don't know. He's going through some stuff, dude. He's got demons. He's got demons that he's got to fight, and and they're not inside the ring. I think a lot of it has to do with outside. His life. I don't know if things are what's going on with his lady, with his dad, his sponsors. I know I saw an interview with Max Kellerman, dude. He came out and talked about how like if they're hiring for the commentator or something like that he's ready. So I mean, somebody talking like that it's almost like he's already trying to quit the sport or something. Like he's not in it anymore. Watching that fight, dude.
I mean, he might not be though, man. He might not be. Remember, he's accomplished more than Tank, and he's already saying, and Tank's already saying he's gone in 2 years. Crawford once upon a time said he would be done at 32. So they say certain things, feel certain ways, but the ring always calls you back.
Yeah, I feel it, man. But I mean, like last night, dude, I was watching him, and if you look at some of these rounds, and he's just like giving Martin like a blank stare, dude. Like if he's almost just like going through the motions, he's not even thinking of what to do. He's just like, just go ahead, lunge in, and just do a 1-2. He's just like, he wasn't really focused, and he wasn't listening to his dad. I heard his dad. His dad was giving some decent advice in the corner, and he wasn't doing it, man. He wasn't doing it, and I don't know, man. And then just watching his wife on the sidelines there, she was just so annoyed, and it seems like, that energy also like transferred onto Tio or something, and I don't know, man. I'm just not. I'm worried about this dude, man, because I'm a fan of him. When he fought Loma, I was one of the few people from the people that I hang out with that actually put money on him. Bro, I dropped $500 on Tio when everybody else was going against him, and because I had that confidence, and I don't have that confidence in Tio anymore because it's just all the stuff that's going through him, man. But I mean, shout out to you and TBV, bro. I mean, it's always a great show, and on a Sunday, bro, best thing ever. So.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. And yeah, you know, I gotta remind everybody that I did tell you to pick Jared Anderson by knockout on my betting show that is on YouTube members only. I did tell you to pick Jared by knockout. I did tell you to pick Luis Alberto Lopez by money line at a plus 105. Those two things came true. Exactly how I said. Just saying. You know, you could be making money. Just saying. We got. I just checked this. This is 3-9. Alan Rodriguez. What up?
Hello, hello. Hey, you hear me now?
Perfect.
Hey, hi, last time I called was about the Gervonta Davis and Crawford. Man, I gotta be real with you, man. Man, I was waiting on so long on the call for you guys to get my call, and I was I was burning some weed, and bro, I got way too high, bro, and I got lost track. I didn't even know what to say, man. But this time I'm good. I'm good this time. But
All
listen,
good, brother. All good.
TOP
Go for it.
yeah, Teofimo, man. If he's not looking to come back to the sport of boxing, I feel like he needs to end it fighting Devin Haney. It's the only way he can gain respect from all his fans again. You know, all Devin Haney stepping
So
up
you
for
won't
him and his
respect
dad
him?
calling him.
You won't respect him if he fights Josh Taylor and wins?
Oh, definitely I will. Oh hell yeah! Even if even progress. Oof, shit. Hell yeah, I'll give him respect.
Okay.
But it just looks like from his last interviews, like the way he was talking, it's and then especially when he mentioned, oh yeah, I'm looking to start other careers and other things, you know, other than boxing. Like, yo, well, why are you even like mentioning something like that? You know, you know, you're making yourself look weak, like a movie actor. All this promotion, movie acting, all that bullshit. You know, you have no confidence, man. So the only way is, man, taking a big fight, like he says. So fight Devin Haney because they're looking for him. His dad is looking for him, which is fucking ridiculous, man. Instead of just doing it like true men and saying, "Yo, let's fight after my fight with Sandor Martin. Let's make the fight happen." You know, because it just does. He sounds like he doesn't even want to come back to boxing, man. Because I don't know, maybe he's getting hurt too much. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Tough for Tio out in
And
these
another.
streets.
Yeah, he also has to remind himself not to get fooled by the cameras, man. Like, don't don't overspeak yourself. You know, start talking all this random bullshit in front of the cameras. Like, once you don't got nothing to say for the cameras, don't say nothing. Don't come up with bullshit for the cameras, man. Cause it's gonna make him. It's gonna make him look bad, man. He doesn't even know what to say sometimes. You know, it's all a script for him. But he'll gain my respect for fighting one of those three. You know, and he'll do good. People have to remember Teofimo hits hard, man. He can hit hard. It's just, you know, it's where he's at mentally right now. It's just horrible where he's at, man. Very bad, very bad. But all he has to do is pick a tough opponent, leave all the fucking bull crap to the side, and focus on your fighter, bro. And another thing about Crawford, so you know he got that knockout win. Everybody expected it, very good. And he looks in very good shape for his age, man. A lot of people talk a lot of crap about his age, man. But he looks very fucking sharp, man. Very sharp. But ever since, I don't know, after that fight, that knockout he got against his opponent, Avanesyan, whatever his name is, you
Avanesyan.
know, you can just tell you can just tell what Crawford is preparing for in camp, you know, which is what? Fighting in the inside pocket. Once I get hit in the inside, I hit right back. And he got a knockout, you know, it resulted into a knockout. And it's just showing us what he's going to prepare for, man. And this is for Spence. Stay woke and do not sleep on Crawford, man, because you will lose if you sleep on him, man. He needs to make sure that if he fights Crawford in the inside, Once you throw your combination, you put your hands right back up in your chin, because if not, they're gonna do what everybody else does: knock that mouthpiece right out and maybe even knock him out. Because Crawford hits hard, man. So Spence needs to make sure that when he fights in the inside and exchanges, he has to put those hands right back up to his chin, because Crawford is ready for. I feel like Crawford is gonna go for the knockout against Spence, but at the same time, I don't see it happening, because I'm on Spence's side all day, every day. Because I just know it, man. I see it. I can see the fight happening, man. Errol Spence winning against Crawford, man. I see it. And then one last thing, and I'll leave. What I was trying to say last time about the last show was that if if Crawford loses to Spence, then why do we think he would win against Gervonta Davis? You know what I mean? It's just not gonna happen. That's what I was really trying to say. And the only lightweight I can see beating Terence Crawford right now is Devin Haney. Why? Because he's gonna go up weight, and he has a fucking crazy ass amount of skills. Like, he has a textbook full of skills. You know, he can definitely, like, I give him an 80% chance of beating Crawford. But every other lightweight, nah, man, I don't see it. Maybe Gervonta Davis, but like I said, if Crawford loses to Errol Spence. Hey, Ness, thank you, man. Have a good night, guys, and keep going on with the show, man. Have a good night, guys.
Appreciate you. Andre, what up? Andre Devon, talk to me, Discord.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Perfect.
What's going on, fam? Man, you got another hot show going on, man. This weekend was crazy
Really
for
was. A
boxing.
lot
I
of
think,
fights, man.
yeah, I didn't get to see the undercard of the Teofimo Sandor Martin, but I did catch, Teofimo's fight. Shout out to ESPN for putting on a great show. I wonder how they got that fight on the same night as Terence Crawford and Black Prime. Maybe Bob Arum trying to throw some hate in there, but who knows?
Nah,
But
T.O.'s date was there before Crawford announced. Remember when T.O. fought his last fight, he said he was going to fight on this date.
okay, yeah, I thought that was a little suspicious, but it was a great weekend for boxing. I think really everybody just has to put some respect on Sandor Martin and on David Avanesyan. Those guys did what they were supposed to do. If you look at Sandor Martin, he's very quick. He's a great counterpuncher. You could see that uh, when he fought Mikey Garcia. He picked Mikey Garcia apart and really shut him down. In this fight with Tio, he was working the jab. He out jabbed Tio, but Tio threw and landed more power punches, more body punches. He was great going backwards, but you can't win a fight going backwards. And it looked like, he was catching Tio with the right hand. And that first knockdown was definitely a knockdown. The second one, Tio just threw two punches and fell, looked like he was just off balance. But, Tio didn't make the adjustments that he was supposed to. He should have made an adjustment to nullify that right hand that Sandor Martin was throwing. I thought, the corner advice that he was getting from his dad was okay, but it looked like his dad was having problems trying to calm him down. Tio, I think he just felt the pressure of being in Madison Square Garden and being at home and wanting to put on a great show that he just, he wanted to go in there and look good. And he just kind of rushed it, instead of using his jab and setting things up. But I think Sandor Martin, fought a great fight. And he showed that he's a live dog. I mean, it looked like his nose was broke in that fight to me.
Yeah, at the
And
bridge. It
then,
definitely looked bad at the bridge of the nose.
yeah. And it somehow looked like they put it back in place in the middle of the fight. But when he first had that clash of heads, that nose looked like it was bad. I thought they were going to have to stop the fight, but he fought through it. That man's a live dog. And, I think, Teofimo, personal issues and the pressure of being in the Madison Square Garden just put a lot of pressure on him. But, he's got to go right back in there with a top 10 guy. I think Regis Prograis would probably be the best fight for him. It would be a great
Yeah,
fight
I
for the
don't know that
fans
they're
for
going
sure.
to do that, because if he loses to Regis, he loses to another fighter from a different entity. So I think they're going to try and put him with Barboza, or Josh Taylor, Catterall. Not Catterall, but Josh Taylor if he wins, because Catterall is also with someone else.
Yeah, I could see that. That would be a good move, as a promoter. because Regis Prograis is looking really good right now.
They might put him
Uh,
in with Barboza too. I don't know that Barboza could get it done, but I know Barboza probably licking at the chops after he seen that Sandor fight.
well, everybody probably is. But I remember we talked before, and we were saying what happens with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence is going to depend on the Black Prime show. Black Prime pulled it off. They put off a great show. I think
Yeah.
Bud showed, that he is who he is. I mean, he showed levels to his game. Avanesyan was another great fighter in there.
I mean, great's a bit of a stretch, but I get what you're saying.
I mean, it was just a good fight. He came to fight. He showed that he wasn't coming to lay down. And Terence Crawford just had to figure out. He was, you could tell he was downloading and trying to figure out how to get to him. And then he just finally stepped up and got him out of there. But I think you definitely going to hear some talk about those gloves. As soon as his gloves busted open, I thought they were going to stop the fight and
Yo,
have him
that's the
replace
second
his gloves.
time too, because Nonito Donaire was telling me a story. I forgot who he was fighting, but he said he took some gloves, I think to Japan or something for the New Wave fight, and both of his shits was busted. So he thought foul play, but I don't know, maybe Everlast getting cheap out on these streets. Big Baby
Yeah,
shit held down, but Big Baby gloves, if you go to his motherfucking Instagram, his gloves, the leather looks like that Pathin leather from the Fury gloves, all wrinkled and worn already to
Right.
be brand new gloves. I'm like, damn. But,
Yeah.
they make different styles.
Maybe that's how he got the knockout. But people saying Big Baby needs to go rounds. I don't think people said that about Mike Tyson too.
Mm-hmm.
He can't go rounds when he's just getting people out of there so quick. He did show that he had a chin in that fight too, because Forrest caught him with a couple of big shots, and he ate him and just kept coming
I
forward.
mean, but
He got a real motor.
honestly, like nobody's talking about that. Them shots Forrest threw, they was like desperation shots, like get off me shots. I'm scared. He looked mad intimidated. I can't wait to interview him. Like, damn, fams, what happened? He was
Yeah, he looked like he
intimidated
didn't
to
have the
me.
conditioning.
He was going from corner to corner. That's when you nervous, bruh. When you going corner to corner, rope to rope, it's like you don't want no action. You on a back foot.
Right. And when the referee stopped it, you could tell he was ready to get out of there. So, Jared Anderson is the real deal. But I don't think he's ready for a Fury or a Wilder or nothing like that. I'd like to see him with a guy like Arslan Makhmudov or something like that.
Yeah. But didn't that dude just sign a Top Rank? That's a good fight, but he ain't really known. But since you saying he not ready for Wilder, who can't he not be on Wilder's resume?
Who can he not beat?
Yep. Right now, who he not ready for right now that Wilder already beat?
That's a good one. He might have trouble with Luis Ortiz. Luis Ortiz is a top level Cuban
at
boxer.
44.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything to Luis Ortiz. He always come to fight.
Nah. Yeah, I would be betting. Honestly, I'm not like trying to act like I'm all high on Jarrett, even though I am. But I bet on Jarrett over Lewis without a doubt. You tripping? Lewis is old now. Old. Yeah, and look at the Andy fight. Like we thought Lewis would do better. I don't know. I see other people in the chat saying Lewis still dangerous. Well, that's the fight then. Let's make it. That's the fight.
Yeah, that'd be a good test for him for sure.
Yeah, because them other dudes ain't really like, it don't make no sense to go fight a guy like Duhaupas. Maybe a Dominic Brazil is good too. That's a good opponent.
Or Michael Hunter.
Yeah, Wilder ain't fight Hunter. He ain't fight Hunter, and that's a good fight. But don't forget that Jerry probably got a robbery over Hunter. Like he should have got the win from Hunter on Triller. Remember?
Right.
But listen, I'm gonna get to some other callers, Dre. Appreciate you.
For sure.
Thank you for calling in, champ. We got Larry Smooth, Maryland. What up? And while we waiting for him, I got Supermax $5 super chat. He says Tio was completely ignoring his dad's last night. I'm not a fan of Tio or Senior, but he was given very good instruction. Tio needs a sports psychologist. Damn. Larry Smooth, Discord.
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Perfect.
We're shaking, my guy.
Another
Uh,
day, another
Shout out to
podcast.
TV. Yes, sir. Hey, man, appreciate the show, man. After all that great box had yesterday, I definitely was looking forward to this. Man, it's just so much to talk about, man. Well, let's start off. Shout out to Luis Lopez. I scored the fight a draw, but I'm not mad that he won. Cause hey, we had money on it, so
For sure.
you know, a win is a win is a win. Yeah, a lot of people talking about Jared Anderson. Shout out to him getting that guy out of there early. I definitely didn't think he was gonna get Jerry out of there that soon. But hey, man, look, give him a step up fight. I like to see him in there with what King Born would call the Chinese delivery man, Zhili Zhang. You can put him in there with Kawanaki, put him in there with Hellenius, Luis Ortiz, any of them. And the sad part about it is they all names, but he probably knock all them motherfuckers out, to be honest.
I like the Zhang
Moving,
fight. I like that
I like
fight.
the Zhang fight. You know. Moving on to Bud, man. Shout out to Bud. He did his thing, packed out stadium, in the middle of nowhere. It's cold as shit in Nebraska. Man, it's crazy. And just a month or two ago, people was calling and talking about he don't have no leverage, this, that, and the third. It's funny how the tables turn, man. It's funny how the tables turn. So I'm just hoping that if he ever goes back to the table with PBC, he'll have more I guess bargaining power to get the fights that he wants and to actually get the pay that he deserves. Shout out to Sandor Martin. He did his thing, man. He did his thing. And I don't know what the fuck was going on, how they ruled that should have slipped. Bruh, he knocked the nigga down twice the same exact weight, man. The same
Word.
exact way. T.O., he looking like he's not really ready for the top of the division, to be honest, man. If you put him in there with any of them big dogs, I think he about to fight Regis next, supposedly, he gonna get ate alive, man. So, I don't even know what to say about him, man. I just hope he can get a new trainer, get his mind right, get a new girl, something, man, something. He got find some. He got he got to find some answers, man. But shit, that's really all I got, man. Shout out to you, Ness, for the show. Shout out to all the good brothers on the back call, and that's my call, man. Y'all take it easy.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling
Word.
in. We're going to keep these lines moving. We got some more callers. Looks like we going out to Dallas. It is Jay in Dallas. What up? Uh-oh, Jay. Is that Bill? Bill back. Bill, what up? You available? Let's get to you then. All right. Bill, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, good brother. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you,
What's up
Ness?
with you?
You know, apologize, man. I'm on the move. You know, it's Sunday. And I'm just like I said, man. I'm good and I'm excited about boxing. I'm getting a chance to hear all this healthy dialogue. And it's always good. Any kind of energy that I hear to push this sport forward, push this sport that we care about so much. And man, listen, I know that boxing, and you have watched boxing, boxing is built on the major setback for the biggest comeback. I mean, you talk about Ali and you talk about what Bob Arum, a world famous Hall of Fame promoter, who said that Lomachenko was his best signee. He took a loss and everyone wrote him off. Well, this is what Bob, Top Rank, ESPN, and all them, they set it up for these guys for you to doubt them, and then they to come back and make these big comebacks. It's not happening with Devin Haney, DHP. We take all this shit serious. We're not going to let up on Teofimo Lopez and the skills that he has. Everybody that's in the chat and everybody's talking, it's easier said than done. Sandor Martin is a bad motor scooter. And if he could have made Teofimo look any more worse than what people think he looks, Sandor would have did it. It was for some reason that Sandor Martin could press a Mikey Garcia, but could not press a Teofimo Lopez. Now, my son doesn't think shit of Teofimo Lopez. I know Teofimo Lopez don't think shit of my son. But based on all of the things that Senior, Junior have said, inshallah, that Devin has handled his business with Lomachenko, just like I said, we are coming to get Teofimo Lopez and that team. And Devin is going to, now I'm going to tell you what he's going to do. He's going to knock him out. He's going to knock him out. And guess what? Nobody else is getting in our way. We don't care what nobody is saying. We're not listening. We're not being distracted. First, we got Mr. Lomachenko and a hell of a team in them. The only loss has happened is to Teofimo Lopez. And Teofimo Lopez's only loss happened to George Kambosos. And everybody is writing off George, and George was this and George was that. Well, he wasn't that until he ran into this special fighter that's a once-in-a-generational fighter that we believe, that we stand behind in Devin Haney. And not to dimension, not to take anything away from all those bad motor scooters that are in the lightweight division. We stand on it, you know what I mean? But we don't take nothing away from them, Ness.
Nah, so it seems like you still want Tio. You know.
Bad. And listen, and I want him so bad. And listen, and I know my son, when if I tell my son, I say, listen, Dad, you got to go get that motherfucker from me. Boy, listen, all the shit that he done said that Devin, he was going to retire Dev. Now everybody want to act like he said he was going to retire him. He said that he was a bum. He said that that he had pillow fisted. He had no power. He said all them things. And guess what? It's catching up to him. And all of the media that wants to hide and then try to downplay who he is, him and Mr. Lomachenko. We got plans to whip both of them. But like I said, we do not look past Lomachenko, but we do not let you publicly assassinate Teofimo Lopez, because you know he's in line for a clash between him and Devin. And it's the ultimate grudge match, and we are not letting up. It wasn't just good enough for Sandor Martin to let the people say that he exposed him. What Devin gonna do is, Devin is gonna knock his ass out.
But Bill, is there...
Ain't no but Bill, Ness. I love you to death. I love you to death, Ness, and you know I'm here for it. But I'm not here for no bullshit, no distractions. There's been enough distractions. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we sit up and we listen.
But he's talking about Josh Taylor.
Listen, and I tell you what, if he got to run all the way to the UK, and Teofimo Senior, they got to run all the way to the UK. Good luck. But guarantee you this is, we are not going to forget about that shit that they done did. We're not going to just act like, oh, ho, ho, he, ha, ha. You know what I'm saying? Devin don't think shit of him. You know what I'm saying? And if they think anything of themselves, then they'll stand on everything that them people, you know what I mean? Because we remember all the fans that got on our bumper about him. You know what I'm saying? Don't switch up now. You know what I mean? Make him fight. He ain't got to go to the UK. Josh Taylor damn near is about to go to 147 pounds. He got business. Josh Taylor ain't never said that he was going to make the fight. That's Teofimo running from Dev. He ran into Lomachenko. We're going to handle our business with Lomachenko, inshallah, because you ran into him. Lomachenko ran into him. And after that, ain't going to be no way for Teofimo or Senior to hide, man. That's all I got to say. I love you to death, and I'm going to go ahead and have dinner.
All right, Bill. Well, we appreciate you calling in, man, and obviously giving us your take on what you've seen over the weekend.
But don't let him. But don't let him act like T.O. ain't at the top of the game, and you really got to be a bad motherfucker to do it. The only motherfuckers to do it, Lomachenko, right, who gave him a split decision, right, and Kambosos, he had a split decision, and then this guy Sandor Martin, and then Sandor Martin. Hey man, all that's great company. I don't know what people was talking about. You wanted to see people fight. You want to see the lightweight division cracking. Well, guess what? The lightweight and the junior and the junior welterweight or super lightweight on fire.
Well, all right,
God
Bill.
bless you, brother.
We appreciate you, man. Go ahead and enjoy the rest of your night. Have dinner with the family. Thank you for stopping by. There you have it,
Thank you, bro.
ladies and gents. Bill Haney, father trainer of Devin, giving us his take this weekend's fights. We still taking calls. I'm still rocking out with you. So don't worry. I'm here. Don't feel like I ain't get to you because I ain't going nowhere. Got a bunch of callers on Discord. Elijah, what up?
What up, miss?
What's good? You sound a bit muffled, champ.
How about now? Am I good?
Yep.
All right, how you doing tonight?
I'm good.
Good. Yeah, you got a live show going on. First things first about all the fights last night. Tiger Johnson is the guy, man. I love watching that dude fight. Now I'm excited for whatever he has coming. His 1-2 is nothing to mess with. I love it. Kind of confused about all the Keyshawn haters calling in. I don't know what more they wanted to.
I'm with you, but looks like we lost you there. He must have got
I'm
a
good.
call. Yep. You there?
I'm so good.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what was happening there, but yeah, I loved watching Keyshawn fight. I thought he did his thing personally. And yeah, I also agree with people saying I think I love watching Big Baby. He did really good too, but I think those shots that were getting landed on him, he's got to find a way to get those out of there because if one of these top guys was to land shots like what Forrest was landing, it probably won't turn out too well for him. So I hope he tightens that up. But yeah, I thought he did great otherwise. And on T.O., man, I honestly don't mind too much that thing he was saying at the end
about not having it.
Yeah, because I mean it's self-reflection, and I think self-reflection can lead to correction, and so I think as long as he's not, letting his ego take charge and being like, "I won that fight, there was no problem," blah blah blah. I think as long as he's looking inward and saying, what needs to change, or just looking at himself honestly, I think that's honestly always the best thing for a person to do. And if he is gonna stick with it, and he thinks he still does have it, I do hope he brings in somebody new and deepens his defensive bag. Man, he is really working off his instincts and his natural talent, which is a high. He is very naturally gifted guy. He's athletic. His reflexes are sharp. He's fast. He's powerful. But against a really, really skilled dude like Sandor Martin and a guy who's taller and just longer than you and equally as skilled or maybe more skilled, he's gonna make you look like a chump. I personally scored the fight a draw, but I'm not mad at anybody who has a Martin win. And I think he really needs to do some soul searching and some thinking. But he is one of my favorite fighters, so I hope he comes back better. But if he decides it's not for him anymore, that's honestly always the safest thing, man. I don't want people going into the boxing ring not in the right headspace and then getting just losing more years off their life from taking too many punches or something like that, or their mental health. So yeah. But overall, it was a great night of boxing, and I hope everybody enjoyed it, man. It was really fun watching it. So you take care, Ness. I'm gonna head out. Peace out.
All right, champ. Appreciate you obviously checking in. Looks like we got a super chat I got to get to here from Jay Will. He said, one segundo. Dudes say he been in boxing for years, but don't know the PBC. Didn't know Avanesyan, even though he upset Mikey. Ava didn't upset Mikey. That was Sandor. But okay, come on now. He's an old head casual. All right, champ. I guess he was talking about that caller, the old head from earlier. Oops. Chill. My bad. I might get flagged for that, right? That's that Simpsons. LV Slugger, what up? LV.
BZ, what up? What up?
We hear you. How y'all be in the house with Wi-Fi issues, man? Y'all gotta step your Wi-Fi game up. It's Sunday. You got to be in the house. LV. God damn Shane. You in there stealing Wi-Fi, man? Teddy B, what up?
All right, can you hear me?
Yep.
All right, I got a couple things to cook on. First, I was one of the critics of BLK Prime and I won't say critic, I was gonna say skeptics. So I want to congratulate them on a successful event. The platform looked good. Wasn't no hiccups on my end, so I want to congratulate them on that. As far as Bud, he looked good as we all expected. Um, Even though I think Errol Spence beats him,
90 seconds.
I think he's one of the best fighters of a generation. So like, it's not like I think any less of him if he loses to Errol Spence. I think this is a Hall of Fame fight, and that's the reason why we all want it. I see little things that Errol can capitalize on, but that's just me. I know most people will disagree. I know we got a lot of Bud fans on here, so they'll disagree. But that's just my thoughts on that portion of it. Nice KO. Tio, I think they need to pump the brakes on trying to get him a title fight at 140 in his next two fights. The opponent that I think he should fight. So Jose Pedraza and Arnold Barboza are fighting in February. So both of them are off. Which is kind of messed up because I think he should have fought Arnold Barboza last night and fought Sandor Martin next. Like that order would have been much better anyway.
He didn't want it. He called Barboza a bum.
I know. He should have took the Arnold Barboza fight for this weekend though, because I think Arnold Barboza has a better style for him to look good against. People talk about Josh Taylor. He needs to stay far away from Josh Taylor. I know Josh Taylor didn't look good in his last fight, but Josh Taylor is a killer.
But he busy anyway. He busy. He got the Catterall fight.
Yeah, like he not even when he's healthy. He needs to go for somebody like I had the name last night. I just forgot it. So forget that. But there's names out there. There's not many 140 names. They probably gonna have to bring somebody up for 135 for him to fight. Because Top Rank don't have really many people at 140 that don't have a fight already. I want to shout out to Jared Anderson. You know, I'm from Cleveland with ties to the Toledo area, so I'm always rooting for him and Tiger. They both look great. Jared, the next fight for Jared I want is actually Pulev.
That's a good fight. That's makeable.
That's a good name. Former world champion, like contested. Not all the way worn out. Just had a fight with Chisora, which was not a popular fight, but a lot of people watched it, so he still got a name. He actually beat Jerry Forrest. Cleaner than a lot of these dudes beat Jerry Forrest. No, yeah. So that's the name that I want for Jared Leck, and he's not too good to where it's like people talk about Zhang and Hergovich. I think we need a couple more. I think we need like one or two more fights before we get to that level.
I don't know. You got to remember. Jerry gave Zhang the fight of his life, and Jared just, did him dirty in 2 rounds. So they could be like, oh yeah, he ready for him.
This a different Jerry though. Jerry ain't looked the same since that fight. Remember, he got dropped like 4
he ain't looked the same. He ain't looked the same. But that's because I believe he was afraid. He looked afraid, man. He looked afraid.
He did look. He did have a look in his eye like I ain't too sure.
He was going rope to rope, man.
I do agree with that. So yeah, again, shout out Tiger. I want to talk about. I haven't heard anybody.
You what? You breaking up? Fight. You say you want to talk about who?
Oh, Ebony Bridges.
That was a great fight.
I was not expecting that from her. She came forward like Sean Porter with the pressure and the in the clinch working, just rough house tastic, and got that girl out of there. And that girl was talking a lot of shit about her. Shout out to her. She's proven herself to be a real fighter, not just an IG model. And last two things. Keyshawn Davis. I think he's great, but I don't know if he got another gear. He's like, I don't know. I think we need to see him against even better competition. It's crazy, right? He only got 7 fights, but I think we need to up his competition even more because I think he's too good for these type of guys, and we won't see his level yet, like what his top level is, because he's not getting pushed. This is easy. That was an easy night's work for him. He just beat the hell out of Burko. It was too easy.
Mm.
And lastly, Warrington, I never want to see him again. I hope he retires. That dirty fuck. He is dirty,
He is.
nasty, and I never want to see him again. I thought I was, like you. I was listening to a live commentary, and I felt your sentiments. Like he just kept hitting him in the back of the head.
It
That shit
was
was
horrible,
disgusting.
man.
And headbutt. This shit happens every time with him too. He's always headbutting people. Like he got out of that lower fight with headbutts, rabbit punches. Like he's just so dirty. So I'm tired of seeing. I don't want to see him ever again. I hope he do retire, like they said he was talking about it. But that's all I got.
All right. Wow. I just got some really bad news. And this is world boxing. Mariciala Conejo is in South Africa, and her fight had been postponed, and now it's in jeopardy, but their safety is in jeopardy. There's been some sort of shooting of the prince. Zulu advisor who helped the king ascend to the throne got shot, and it seems like Lance Pugmire is reporting that it's becoming a security nightmare for fighters involved, including two products of Mexico and the women's title contender, Mariciala Conejo, who's down there with Nancy from the WBC. So, yeah, man, let's pray and hope they get back home safely. Um, but they're in countries where you know it's different. LV Slugger, what up? But definitely prayers out to Nancy. I know her personally. She's a great person, works with the WBC, and hopefully they can get home.
I sound. I'm straight.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
good.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that. Hopefully they get back home safely. But yeah, man, nice little weekend of boxing, man. Nice little weekend. I'm gonna start off with the pound for pound king. The man who I think is number one pound for pound, Bud Crawford. He did his thing. Did what he was supposed to do. Did what was expected. He had that ring rust. You know, got that off. But he got him up out of there in less than 7. So what I'm saying, shout out to him. Hopefully after this he can get we a step closer to the biggest fight in boxing with him and Spence. So hopefully we get that fight next. We definitely need that in the welterweight division, but not just welterweight, just boxing period, man. So hopefully we get that fight next, man. But shout out to him for getting the job done. And that like nice top rank card. Keyshawn did his thing. We ended with a fighter with 40 fights, and with him just in his 7th fight, doing what he did to him. And the man was definitely a game opponent. Never been stopped. I was just hoping he was gonna get the stoppage so he can be the first one to do it. But like I said, it was a man with 40 fights, and he's only in his 7th. So he's just gonna continue his path to the greatness. And like I said before, I think by this time next year, man, we will be talking about him in a title shot. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him, continue to develop, and on the path to greatness, man, the businessman. So I'm looking forward to that. And Xander Zayas, I like Xander. I definitely do like Xander. He's definitely one of the coming up guys at 154. Being young, Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican really ain't got that. No. I really can't think of no star right now in the Puerto Rican. So I think he is gonna be that next Puerto Rican champion. They continue to develop him, start putting him in there with names, bigger names next year. You know, so he can get closer to a title shot. I can definitely see him winning the title one day. With Top Rank being, good friends with the WBO organization, I can definitely see him winning that title one day. You know what I'm saying? So next year I want to start seeing him in the rings with. I think Gallimore. I think Gallimore would be a nice little name to put him in with to see if he's ready for that. That top tier, the 154 division, man. Or how about the Aries? Lewis Aries. I don't know if PBC, TMT will be willing to send him over there. But I think that's a nice little name at 154, just to get him, up there with these top names at 154. See if he is ready for a title shot. But yeah, I think he probably a year or two out though. But I can definitely see him winning the title though. But yeah, shout out to him. And Jared Anderson, heavyweight star, the next heavyweight great in America. I definitely see it coming. You know, like I've been saying though, with these heavyweights, with him being so young, I think you definitely need to take your time, man. Because with these heavyweights, all it takes is one. It can, and with him getting touched, a couple of times, and that's part of it. This boxing, you gonna get hit, but you
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying. I just think you need to take your time with it. You know what I'm saying. So I like the Dubois fight. He's a guy known for his power. Let's see if he can take that type of power, or if not going just that in that direction. I'm pretty sure Dubois handlers probably ain't gonna want to set that fight up. I mean, if they do, I'm all for it. That's what I want. But I say attack him, Carlos Takam, them type of names. Been in there with a lot of the top guys, champions and stuff like that. I'm not sure what PBC got going on with Johnny Rice. He got them two big wins over
Bro, they
Coffee,
ain't got
and
nothing
it seemed like
going
they
on
just
with him, bro. My man is
uh,
they ain't doing nothing, man. Nothing.
that's disappointing to see. I think even Coffee was able to get a fight after losing them two fights to Johnny Rice. So I'm not sure what they got going on with Rice, man. So I know he want to get a check. You know what I'm saying? Get back in the ring. You know what I'm saying? So why not Rice? Or I like what Info said of Charles Martin. These nice little names. For him to get in there. I don't think of Luis Ortiz though, man. Right now, I know he old, but I think he still pose a threat. I think them names that I just named would be a nice before just throwing him in there with an Ortiz right now. Let him continue to develop. But T.O., T.O., the main event. He got the win, but it's a controversial. People had think Sandor did enough, man. I really don't think so. I think T.O., probably, it could have been a draw. T.O., I don't know, man. It just was a close fight. I'm not gonna say robbery though. I'm not gonna be the one to sit here and say robbery. And like you was hitting on the jab, I mean, it seemed like the jab was never there the whole fight. That never used it. And Supermax super chat and said the words, took the words right out of my mouth. Like, I think we big on what Senior was saying to T.O. in the Caboce's fight. He was giving bad advice. That whole fight. And we seen what happened with that. But I think last night, man, Senior was actually telling T.O. some pretty good advice, man. He just wasn't listening. He wasn't listening at all. So I think it's probably just like a lot of some of these callers been saying. It's a lot of personal things he got outside the ring. He gonna have to deal with before just get in there with these top champions. Stuff like I think when you had did the poll, I picked soft touch. I think a soft touch is next. I don't really think a trainer, like I said, I think the senior was actually telling him some good little advice in the corner last night. He just wasn't listening. I don't know how their relationship is or what's going on with that. And like you said, you hit on, you just see all these things, these signs, especially after the fight. Man, this man asking for his child, his son is like the mother is not, not even trying to give it to him. So you peep all that. And like I said, it's just a lot of personal things going on, man. So hopefully, I'm not in that situation. So I don't know how I would feel. But I mean, being your first son, I know that's probably, messing with him. You know what I'm saying? So I know he wanted, after a win, he wanted to celebrate with his son in the ring. So, man, hopefully he can just get back, man, get back on top, get back to that champion status, man. But he got to use that jab, man. I think that jab being missing, not using it all night, it was really why that he made that fight tougher than what it had to be. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to him, man. Hopefully he get back. Like I said, nice night of boxing, man. Great night of boxing. I enjoyed all of it, man. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, champ. LV Slugger, thanks for calling in. Looks like we did it. We did it. We did it. We got to everybody. Let me double check these super chats, make sure I ain't leave any man behind. But if you haven't already done so, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. And I need you to subscribe. Future, present, past, it don't matter. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It'll help this show grow. And we need about 40 more people to take us to that next level so that we could go ahead and celebrate by reaching 160,000 subs. So only you can help us get us there. We obviously not going to get there tonight, So I wouldn't mind waking up to that. So if you're listening to this after this show has ended and you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and do so. NesGTO, Instagram and Twitter. Catch me on the next one tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Peace.